Alright, here we are. As we are live with Kobold Kingmaker episode 5. Who wants to do the recap this week? For your extra hero point.
I'll do it.
Sure.
So last time, we we discussed a bit with the owners of the trade post after absolutely slaughtering some bandits. And then we decided to go exploring for a bit. We met some fairy dragon, and I forgot what kind the other one was, but looked a little bit like an insect. We found a gnome trapper who fell in his own trap. Back to the Fae. Met some of Yarm's people. They really like their turnips. Bought some turnips at overly inflated prices because I guess they just need the money, and Yarm didn't care.
Gotta stimulate the economy somehow.
Look up turnip inflation for more information. Turnips are like really hard vegetables. I'm getting off track. Anyways, then we went here to this temple thinking, hey, it might have something to do with the ring that the wife of the tavern owner of the trading post. The wife of the female woman who owned the trading post along with her husband lost her ring. So we thought, hey, might be here. We went here. 2 bears. One spirit bear at the top of the stairs and another out of the woods. They were bears. It was quite the fight. Not as bad as those boars, but still pretty spooky. And that's where we left off, with the bears being killed.
That's right, as you guys had quite the difficult fight with those 2 bears. The one being this massive spirit bear of some sort, the cursed guardian of this temple of the elk. You can see it right there. But with that being said, and you guys finally sort of getting some time to recuperate after that fight, what do you do from here?
Well, first and foremost, we should probably get Giraffe up from the ground.
Yeah.
Stupid bear. Oh wait, Giraffe is unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Yarm is gonna go ahead and volunteer one of his minor potions of healing in order to help him up. Let's see, here we go.
Handing over a potion of healing, restoring some of Giraffe's wounds there. Enough to get him awake, at the very least. 6 HP.
Kiba's spending some time praying over the fallen guardian bear.
As you look over them, a strange thing occurs. They're sort of like half slumped over, some of their body wafted into the dark pool to your right there of water. And as they sort of slump there, you see its body start to sort of shrink. Not disintegrate, but like literally shrink down with a bit of an aura of darkness around it before you see the emaciated body of a brown-robed old man. And just as quickly as that body of an old man appears, it too shrinks away, though this time more like disintegrating into a cloud of smoke and dust. For there is nothing left of the cursed guardian, or perhaps the person behind it. But with that cursed guardian's destruction and removal, the disappearing of them, you see that the once dour and dark surroundings around you get a little bit brighter. You didn't hear any birds chirping, but now you do. The water to your right looks a little bit clearer as well.
no expert on this religious stuff, but that proved to be mighty effective. You should do that more often.
That was kind of unexpected, wasn't it?
I mean, hey, that's a pretty straightforward way to stop a curse.
It's a good
Yeah.
way to get rid of a corpse.
But why was the bear a guy?
It's one of these things. It was probably a blessing of some sort from Aristil himself, or perhaps this was a druid. I don't know.
It didn't sound very blessed.
They kept
Sounded
going on
not-
about a curse or so.
Indeed. There must be something further wrong with this place. Or maybe this was it. We should explore a little bit further. If you all don't mind me taking 10.
Oh, go right ahead. I could. I need to lick my own wounds.
We aren't doing so hot, are we?
Spareth is very much wounded by a single strike of one of the bears there. Giraffe having gone down, Gaz also taking the heat. Yeah, you guys took some damage. But with the unlimited healing from Kiba, focusing on those lay on hands to restore each of your healths, you can put yourselves up to max HP, though it does take an hour to do so, as Kiba sort of refocuses, lay on hands, refocuses over and over.
Sounds good to me.
Ugh, right as rain again.
As that goes on, Gaz gathers up the scraps of metal of what's left after his shield got mauled off the ground and just packs it all into his bag. I'll be having to fix that later, but should still be good to go.
Mm-hmm. And as it does get later in the day, you do see the trees, or the sun's light casting over the trees a little bit more dimly. You still have some energy left in the day. What would you like to do?
Let's take a closer look at the temple. I wish to see if there's
Yeah.
any further issues here.
Oh, by the way, Gaz, it's 10 minutes to repair a damaged item
Is it?
if you have a repair kit. Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty quick.
I do have, in fact, a repair kit, so might as well do that, right?
Yeah, you could have easily done it during Kiba's healing. And as you guys make your way up the 40-foot staircase here, up to the top of this massive edifice here, you see that stag's head statue sort of looming above an open doorway ahead of you.
Just as a heads up, I'm a little drained back here.
We'll be careful. If we run into any further trouble, let's make sure to fall back toward a defensive place.
Speaking of trouble, considering this is like a possibly cursed temple, shouldn't we be like on the lookout for traps or anything? People like the trap temples, right?
Be on the lookout for all sorts of things.
Yep, anybody who is rolling search as their exploration activity, you can roll your perception. Which I think is Kiba, Parenth, and Giraffe here.
Yep, it's blind. Double check.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the reminder. I always appreciate that.
Well, you're all out of it. You have taken the day's toll upon yourselves and very tired. If there was something, you wouldn't have noticed it, but you're pretty sure there just isn't anything here. You look around in this empty sort of hall within the temple, and all you see is a few broken bricks, maybe some claw marks in the floor, every so often gouges, look like bear's claws, and a simple yet massive stone door ahead of you. No identifiable way of opening it at a quick glance.
Is there
No.
anything interesting, any special markings anywhere around the door or nearby it?
Looking around Kiba, you don't see any notable markings or anything strange about it. It's actually, the strangest thing is, it's so simple. It's just a simple stone wall, stone door. The only otherwise notable thing is those claw marks, those bear's claws that have been dug into the stone here.
I try and push it open.
You put your hand on it, you feel the cold stone, but it doesn't budge. Not even in the slightest.
Parent wants to cast Detect Magic.
Perith does not detect any magic.
Does it have a doorknob?
No doorknob. Simple stone
Okay.
slab. It's obviously a door because it's between two, like, frames there, but you don't see a way to open this.
I can understand why the Guardian was so angry. He locked himself out of his own home.
Is that right? If we examine the ground very closely, can we detect any signs from out here whether or not the door has seen any use lately?
That'll be a survival check, sort of tracking to see if someone's been by here.
Oh boy, may I?
Certainly.
Kiba will say this out loud. Are there any signs that this door has been used recently?
I'm gonna assume you want that blind.
Oh yeah.
Since I am looking too,
Sure.
I'm just not so great at it.
You should give yourself a little bit more credit, Kiba, as you do look through. You can be very certain by the amount of dust that is in here and how it's been not very much moved at all. Nobody's been here in a long time. Seems like the Guardian sought to make that so.
So the bear probably wasn't able to get in by using bear powers. Do
What
bears
kinds
have
of-
powers?
Yeah, I was about to say, what kind of powers do they have?
The right
Well,
to
they did
bear
have-
arms, obviously.
They did have the power to maul all of us near to death.
The claw marks, those are on the door, or are they on the area around it?
Just randomly around, not on the
Okay.
door itself. Roll me a religion check if you are trained.
Will do.
Kiba, in your line of work and your understanding, parent as well, you just reading about it instead. You're like the atheist who knows a lot about religion because they read into it. But either way, parent can fill in what Kiba's feeling. Kiba, you feel like this isn't supposed to be opened. Like this is locked down by the gods themselves, or at least Aristil. A simple door like this, no handle, it doesn't open just by pressing on it. It doesn't open just because somebody wants it to. It opens via providence, via the gods' will, or any of their clerics at the very least. Parent, you can surmise that, yeah, that's probably right. Some things will just remain closed as long as the gods will them to be so.
Once we have better control over this land, I want to restore this temple.
Is temple built around something that shouldn't ever be opened?
Well, I don't know about that. We can only guess at this point. It's more of a feeling I have. You see, I worship Shellin, a goddess of culture, of arts, of people coming together and expressing beauty and enjoying it. Aristel, from my understanding, is a god of nature, but not nature apart from people, but nature with people. It's more of a people enjoying nature type thing. The two of them, they do have some commonalities. So I think you can understand why I might feel some special attachment to this place, even though this is not my god.
The door isn't gonna open. There's no point in trying right now. We should move on.
Okay, parents, but this is not about opening the door. At this point, it is about honoring a god.
Well, that
We-
bear gave its life to keep people away from here. Don't you think you should honor its sacrifice and help it complete its purpose?
There
Are
was
you
a
saying
curse of some
Kiba should
sort.
stay here?
Sorry, Giraffe?
Are you saying that Kiba should stay here, Yarm?
No?
Well, I'd say that trying to draw more people here to refurbish this place is kind of the opposites of what that bear wanted. I would hazard a guess.
Call it a hunch, because that is all it is at this point. I suspect this has something to do with the Stag Lord. Or perhaps whoever might be behind the Stag Lord. So, why don't we put this out of our minds for now, and once the issue of the Stag Lord is dealt with, perhaps we can see if anything changes. If we can at least restore the outside of this place, perhaps those who follow Aristil might be more inclined to investigate, and to see if there's anything worth worrying about.
Well, it's certainly not good to have an evil, cursed temple sitting around on our lands. It's gonna have
Maybe
to
it's a tomb.
gonna have to deal with it sooner or later.
Of course.
Regardless. We have more important matters, don't we?
I mean,
We have
Well,
more
like-
immediate matters.
people like this is good for business. Draws lots of pilgrims, doesn't it?
If
I
anything,
say we
Didn't see
keep
too
it
many
around.
coming here.
Well, obviously because of this weird guardian, but now that's taken care of. Maybe once we advertise it, some people will come, and maybe they can tell us something about this temple.
Are you planning to monetize entry?
Well, I'm going
Of
to
course not.
not into the temple, but into our lands.
Yeah, who do you think he is? Joel?
who?
We don't
That
need to
makes-
monetize entry into the land. We develop commerce.
As you guys make your way out, at the very least, the glade here seems to have restored some of its own beauty because of this act, because you slew this cursed guardian. And it seems safe enough to rest here. You guys are at the end of the day.
It's probably not a bad idea.
I'm all for it, at the very least.
Alright.
Same.
I mean, we killed a couple bears. I doubt there's anything else that could scare us away.
How about a couple of boars?
Or a bear
I'd
and
like
a boar.
to check. I'd like to check the area for boar tracks.
Roll me a quick survival. You're fairly certain that creatures don't come by here because they know what is here. So that won't change overnight or in an instant after the creature's demise. Soon, other creatures might reclaim this space, but right now, they're afraid of it. Safe enough.
Good.
So yeah, you guys may take your rest. Restore your spell slots and other things. There's the big bed icon on your character sheets underneath your HP.
Beautiful.
And with that being said, I'm going to move you back out to the Greater Stolen Lands. As you guys find yourselves once again out into the wilderness here, you've explored a lot of the sort of northwestern portion of the Greenbelt's forests here. But you know there's much more around here, much more to tame and conquer if that's what you would like. Either way, where do you go from here?
We've done our part so far. How about we deliver those turnips back and then maybe look into those gremlins?
Well, there's still that one creature somewhere out here.
Oh, right, the boy that the angry woman was going after.
Tusk
I-
Lord, was it?
Tusk Gutter.
Tusk Gutter. Are you sure it wasn't the Tusk Lord and the Stag Gutter?
Heh. Perhaps we should
Well-
head back to the trading post for now. Give them the materials they needed, because we picked those up, didn't we?
You did.
I'll be honest, I've had enough of the wildlife for about a week. I suggest we also return to the trading post.
Alrighty. So,
Grinding your gears.
you guys, I assume, return by way of your fey friends, as you know that's a safe spot to rest
Yeah.
as well. And you do see Perlavash and Tig Tittertuts still there and still joyfully going about their fey ways, though this time not bothering you too much. They understand, at the very least, now that you're friends, truly, dealing with their problems for them and dealing with bandits and other things around them. They appreciate your, well, actions. And with the next day arriving, you're able to make your way out into the plains with easier travel, allowing you to arrive at Oleg's later in the day, about evening time. So we'll move back there. And here we are. Everything pretty much where you left it, except for those bodies of those bandits. Seems like they dealt with them by this point. See Oleg, Svetlana, sort of doing their business. One of them sort of walks over, Svetlana actually, and says, "Oh, hey, you're back. There was someone who came by looking for someone they described as you. They said they didn't know you, but they saw you in a dream.
Our group as a whole, or one of us?
Your group as a whole.
In
Mm,
a dream?
Apparently
that
so.
Sounds odd.
Certainly ominous. Do you know what they look like?
Well, I think they're still around here somewhere. Oh, I think that's him right now.
Oh,
As you see walking in from the outside. A bald-headed man in this sort of burgundy-looking robe, white shirt underneath it, sort of tucked in. Aging, certainly. And as he walks in, he sort of like rushes up. You're the ones I was looking for. Yes, it's you.
Indeed, it's us. Can we help you?
Oh, excuse my manners. I am Jord Kafkan, priest of Aristil. I came to this region because a dream was set upon me by the god, the great old Deadeye there. They told me about you, and about a temple.
This is progressing faster than I expected.
Well, good news, big guy. We cleared out the temple already. Well, quote unquote, cleared it out. We
the
removed
outside at
its
least.
angry guardian, but the door ain't budging.
Wait, you've been there already?
We have.
Well, the gods work much quicker than I'd anticipated here. Well, what did you see? What you said you slew the beast?
There was a bear. Two of them, actually. One could talk, the other seemed rather...
Mundane.
yeah.
Ah, well. If you have dealt with the Guardian, that is only part of the issue with the temple. It was revealed to me that the temple has been for some time cursed by the actions of its late clergy. If If you establish yourselves further in this region, I would like to take some time to reconsecrate it and make it a proper temple to Aristil.
Amusingly, we were just talking about this.
Like I said, the gods work in mysterious ways, don't they?
We do have some terms in regards to that, though.
As a follower of Shellen, I would be most honored to assist you with this.
Well, if you will, if the beast is destroyed right now, we don't have much work to do until you've established yourselves. It's still much too dangerous to be going out into the woods. But when that occurs, when you, as I have heard, become the barons of this land, we'll talk further about it.
Well, you weren't able to get out on the inside anyways, so we'll have to wait until you figure it out, I guess.
Well, the gods have many secrets to hide. They only reveal them when the time is right.
Now, here's something that was crossing my mind. So we have a cursed temple of Aristil with very clear stag motif, and our greatest foe in this region at this time appears to be someone called the Stag Lord. Would you know anything of this?
Purely coincidental. The Stag Lord has nothing in common with my god. And Aristil has nothing to do with a bandit lord like him.
Oh, I wouldn't have imagined that Aristil would have anything to do with him. It was more of a wonder if perhaps he was involved in corruption somehow, or whoever's behind him.
Perhaps he was, but as far as I know, the events of this temple's corruption happened decades, even centuries ago, far past the time of the Stag Lord himself. Honestly, if I were to guess, the stag motif for the Stag Lord is purely coincidental. There's a lot of stags around here.
Fair enough. I'm just hoping that we never have to fight one.
I'd hope not, but if you do call out to Aristil in your time of need, perhaps they will answer. Perhaps the beast will not attack. Usually stags shouldn't. But you know what happens when breeding season comes around sometimes for the beasts. Nevertheless, I think I haven't even told you my name. My name is Jord Kavkin.
And I am Kiba. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And I assume everyone else acquaintances themselves.
I'm Giraffe. I don't know if
Yarn.
I need to say much to you.
I'm Gaz.
Shaman and Alchemist.
Well-
I'm Gaz. I handle the finances around here because no one else does.
Well, you know how to count, so.
The finances are an important part of a party or a kingdom. While I am a priest of Aristil, it doesn't mean I frolic in small villages all the time. I've had my fair share of larger communities, towns, and even cities take my advisement in heart. Should you ever need someone to aid you in your, governing of this region, I would be very much glad to join you for that endeavor.
Well, where would we find you again in regards to the temple and your offer?
I'll be staying here at Oleg's, assisting you, perhaps, with some of my spellcasting, as I am trained in the primal arts, as a priest of Aristil, of course, so any primal spellcasting you would like me to, do for you, I can do it for free. As long as there's no material components that cost anything, just any other spell like that. A scroll, things like that.
A scroll?
Divine or primal, in fact. Otherwise, though, I don't have much to give for your efforts. Except, of course, my service. For your features.
Well, I'll definitely keep you in mind. You seem to have quite a good head on your shoulders, so maybe we'll need you for your our kingdom.
You're practiced in the divine magics
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
yes.
Well, in regards to that, I would like to ask, how would I best kill a user of divine magic?
Sort of raises a
Really,
brow.
Yarb?
This is in relation to my tribe, the usurper I spoke of. He wields strange magics
Oh.
of divine providence.
Oh,
Cannot-
so there is a reason. Okay, I thought you were just asking that bluntly.
Oh, well, like anyone casting spells, if you muddle the mind, it makes it more difficult for them to cast.
See,
Jarm,
Very
do not
valuable.
worry. I will be able to take care of them for us.
I
So-
should be able to contribute a fair amount to that as well.
Shouldn't we be able to prevent this spellcasting by gagging them or stopping them from waving their hands around or something?
Well, that's easier said than done in combat. Though after it, yes, if you're dealing with a spellcaster you have captured, you should allow them to speak. Else they can speak the words of a spell.
Ah, so you could just shut their mouths.
Somewhat, yes. All spellcasters, though, are different. There are some that can just move things with their minds alone. Nevertheless, I will be taking my place here at Oleg's, and, I'm here if you need any advice for anything, or spellcasting, of course. And sorry.
Well, we're greatly honored. I'm sure we will visit again.
And as he heads over to, well, just stand around, you guys have killed the beast of that glade, and finished a quest. So it's like
Moon
you
turnips.
did the quest and turned it in at the same time. You gained a total of 150 experience points.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Unfortunately, we did not find the ring or the boar.
Unfortunately not. You had been told by those bandits at the Thorn River camp that that ring was stolen by gremlins out in the greater hills of the Greenbelt.
Well, then we'll just have to make sure that we take care of that.
We should also be handing over those turnips to Svetlana now, shouldn't we?
Absolutely. Vegetable time.
As Svetlana sort of comes over, she already saw that the basket was on you. She prepared a pot and other things. Ah, fantastic. Here. I'd already prepared most of it. If you stay the night, which I imagine you are, I can whip up a meal for you. Here.
I think we should stay for the night then.
Oh, that would be delightful.
And for the purpose of it, she grants you the moon radish soup. It helps clear the mind. I feel it's quite refreshing. And here's some gold thrown in, of course, for your work. You gain 10 experience points for completing that quest.
Oh yeah.
And you do see Oleg come by real quick. Oh, and by the way, there was this old bounty board that I put back up. Somebody already came by and put something up there. Yeah, it's something for kobolds. And I'm gonna reveal this to you guys.
Kobolds.
A wanted poster for them. The Sootscales dwell in a cave somewhere in the hills of the Greenbelt. They're normally not a problem, but they've been riled up by something lately. Ensure that they're not going to be a threat, and it says that the city of Brivoy, or the city of Restov, will provide 40 GP upon assurance of completion.
Hmm.
Looks at Yar.
Well, it's most likely the gremlin stealing the idol again. Always such a nuisance. Well, it's my holy duty to ensure that's undone regardless. But I
So-
wasn't aware that there was no reward for it. I better keep an eye on it and just get money for doing what I do normally.
Obviously, we are going to try to form an alliance.
I would say so, yeah. Those little buggers should make for some really, really good workers once we've got ourselves established.
It would be preferable to fighting them.
Excuse me?
I don't think Jarm would appreciate fighting his potential friends.
I'm saying I'd prefer to do peace rather than war. Seeing how Yarm and Yaz here have fought, I don't think we'd want to combat with them.
Well, if they are staunchly on the side of the usurper instead of the chief suit scale, then you can feel free to kill them.
Fair enough, but we should do what we can in order to try to secure good relations. Not blindly, of course. If there is anything evil or untoward about them, we should definitely keep that in mind.
So did Jarm take all of our reward money?
Yeah.
Oh, that was one set.
Yeah, you can just throw it in the party inventory, and there you can distribute it easily.
Alright.
Or we can.
It was 15 pieces, right?
Can we sell the assorted treasure here?
You can sell the treasure, yeah. So let me do that. There it goes. You sell these items to
Wait.
Oleg there. Sorry?
That's right. I have some of the liquor from those bandits.
Mm-hmm.
Come now, let's share some liquor.
I guess we just split that since we're at a spot here.
Yeah, I'll split these coins.
Thank you.
Oleg, have you happened to restock some of your wares in the interim?
Oh yes, I did. I just didn't bring it out here. 1 second. I'm gonna reload because I forgot something. There they are. My little compendium of shops that I create for my sessions, I didn't have loaded in as a module tier just yet, so I have to fix that.
Yeah.
But it'll take like 5 seconds. Alright, should be back here. I know the chat is messed up. Hold on. Should be fixed there. I have to log in still. There. And let's pull out some of these shops here, shall we? Practical potions, runes, level 1 to 4. Shield shop.
Oh boy, oh boy. Oil of Unlife? What?
Yeah, that's in there because some of my groups are playing undead parties for Bloodlords.
Oh, so it heals undead people. Okay,
Hmm.
that makes sense. I'm like,
Precisely.
just rub this oil on a person to kill them. That's what I was thinking.
Oh crap, the calendar's up on that game chat. Hold on. There we go. Alright, back at it. So, yeah, in each of these shops, you'll find example items. Common things, especially the rune shop. Like, it's a lot easier to find the usual stuff that you'll need, like +1s or striking runes for level 1 to 4. And, yeah, I have other stuff here. Skillful magic items are stuff that you would buy to increase your like skills by +1, give you an item bonus to them. So those are very useful. But some of these might be outside of your range just yet.
Did he happen to get like any scrolls or anything in, or like staves or wands or anything like that?
Yeah, so scrolls are going to be something you do like manually, because I can't have a scroll for every single,
Of course.
spell. But yeah, there's scrolls for pretty much anything you'd want. Staves is, I think, the one shop that I forgot to make. Though, in your range right now, the only staff that you can probably buy is the Staff of Fire.
Are there any formulae around?
Oh yeah, easily enough. You can get the formula for anything up to your level, so level 2.
Okay. Yarm's gonna grab the Belladonna formula.
Sure.
Gaz is going to buy himself a fancy new rune for his weapon.
Cool.
Actually, no, that's a bit too high level. Never mind.
What do you mean too high level?
Maybe.
The striking rune.
Ooh, lifting.
Because you guys are a little bit more advanced in your money, yeah, I'm okay with you guys buying things at a little high level. So if you want to get the striking, you can.
Oh boy.
What's that?
Okay, so selling. Do we put it in the sell box still, or can we just drag it to any shop?
You have to still put it in the sale box.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, it doesn't have automation just yet for shop selling. I'm gonna put the Staff of Fire in the runes shop there, Parent.
I do not have enough money to get it, so.
Yeah, that's the lowest level staff you could get. And, yeah.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, level 3 is more the time where you'll really sort of start to get out there with what you buy. But right now...
a striking rune sounds very nice right now.
It's also very expensive.
That is true, but I am hitting pretty hard. Actually, I wanted something defensive, didn't I?
Yeah, there's plenty of shields there. Anybody can use shields, and fighters, I do believe, have shield block automatically as a reaction.
Oh yeah. Though the problem with that is, of course, I've built for 2-weapon fighting. I guess I can change that at just about any time.
So, with
Not
shields,
any time.
shields are a perfectly good option for 2-weapon fighting.
How so?
What?
All shields have a shield boss or a shield sort of like bash attack. So with a strike, you could hit with both.
You can even attach some spikes to it to make it do even more
Wait,
damage.
so you're telling me, can I use double slice with a shield?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how the iconic fighter is built in PF2E. What's his name? Valeros.
Nice.
They build him as a two weapon fighter, but with a shield.
Just
Okay,
dual-wield
that's-
shields.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
What on earth is an alchemist's flamethrower?
I don't know what you're looking at there.
Let's see if we can find it.
A throwing shield. Oh, that looks like fun. Captain America. Oh boy.
Also, note the shield augmentation,
Yeah, I see that.
which will allow your shield to do things like you can still have the shield, but also still go for trips with the shield or something like that. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that flamethrower looks ridiculous.
Yeah. I actually haven't looked in the shields yet at all, really, so I'm just trying to absorb this information.
Sure.
What is hardness and BT?
So hardness is the amount of damage the shield absorbs. BT is the breaking threshold. So a shield's HP is usually double that breaking threshold. If it goes below half, you cannot use the shield anymore. It's not destroyed, you can repair it, but it's not usable.
Huh.
So when you do a shield block reaction, the shield absorbs up to its hardness, and then the shield and you both take the remaining damage.
That makes sense. With shields, do I already get that AC whenever, or do I have to use a shield block action?
You have to use the raise a shield action. Single action to give yourself +2 AC.
Pretty good. Honestly, for now, I think that's a good option. As for which one I want to go for, Steel Shield seems like a good choice.
For this level, yeah, it's pretty much your best.
And as for augmentation, you mean that could Yeah, it grants it one or more weapon traits.
Or, if you use the shield boss / shield strike or spikes, it gives it more damage. So basically, a bash maneuver, which is basically a strike with a shield, is 1d4 damage. The shield boss or shield spikes are 1d6.
That's only 5 silver to add on to it. Is that an or an I can get them both?
You can only do one or the other. The shield augmentation and the shield boss both have the sort of adjustment trait, which means you can't put both on.
Well, one says the boss and the spike says attach to shield, while the shield augmentation says adjustment.
Yeah, that's a discrepancy with what they do. You cannot use a shield augmentation with a boss or spikes. A shield augmentation can be etched with weapon runes, much like the shield boss or shield spikes, but doesn't. So yeah, I'm pretty sure a shield bearing an augmentation can't be combined with an attached weapon like shield spikes. It's in the shield augmentation.
Honestly, since I have my main gauge at +1, that's going to be good for offense. For defense, I think I'd rather have my shield with the trip trait. So I think
Okay.
I'm going to take a steel shield with the trip trait. So that's 2 GP and 8 silver.
Mm-hmm. You can drag the items from the shop inventories into your own inventories, and as long as you have the money for it, it'll automatically do the transaction.
I'm going to drag over a shield augmentation as well. That's how that works.
Mm-hmm.
And do I have to use that?
So, for the purpose of it, you just keep it in your inventory to keep track of that. The shield itself, you can edit to add those traits, and you get 2. You get trip and something else from that list.
Oh.
I'm gonna take this arm since you're at it.
Thrown 10 feet. I like that. I'm going to go with trip and thrown.
Okay.
I don't care if it's effective. And now to figure out how to actually put those on.
Yeah, you can go into
Other
the edit.
tags?
The edit icon for the shield there. We'll have it somewhere.
I'm in the edit. Is it under details?
Yeah, it should be under detail. Down to the bottom, other tags, no.
Stupid question.
Mhm.
Since it has thrown and trip, does that mean he can now trip at range by throwing his shield?
Nope, you have to have ranged trip as a trait. It's a special trait on itself.
Ah, fair enough.
Darn.
Like the bolas have ranged trip.
Ah, makes sense.
A really quick question about learning spells. It references like
Oh, I found it.
material costs to actually learn it. But I'm not finding like a reference to how much that costs.
That'll be on the Archives of Nethys. It doesn't. They don't put tables for some reason in the Foundry stuff. So let's see here. I'll give you the link in Discord. There you go. So yeah, first levels are 2 GP and the DC is 15. Second level is 6 GP, DC is 18. But I think now you can only learn first levels or cantrips anyway, because you're not level 3.
Correct. I was thinking about buying some scrolls. I was just trying to figure out the cost on top of the scroll cost.
So the scrolls are single-use casts. To learn it does use up the scroll. Yeah. So it depends on whether you want to use the scroll or learn from the scroll.
Yeah, I was thinking about learning from the scrolls, but the price
Okay.
would be higher. So I'll just leave that for now.
Okay. So for the purpose of this, if you guys are finished with your buying, just move your tokens down to the gate to signify as such. So I'll gather up and get ready for your new forays out into the wilderness.
Oh, by the way, Yarm, applies the owlbear claws and poisons as normal. It's just
Sounds good.
Yeah, throw them out the chat so I can apply them.
Right.
So Kiba gets the poison, Giraffe gets the poison, and so one thing to note, Giraffe, if you want your shield to be poisoned, you have to give it that slashing trait instead of the throne.
Oh, okay.
If you wanted to.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I tried to put a potion of cold retaliation and electricity retaliation from the practical potions into my inventory, and it did not subtract the gold.
Are you sure? So, you deposited it back in the shop. If you
Yeah, I
deposit
put
it
it
in the shop, it doesn't give you the gold back. Like, it doesn't have that automation. Oh, wait. It's marked as loot. Never mind. You're right.
Yeah. I'm gonna take away 10 gold, not 10, 8 gold pieces, because that's what that cost.
Yeah, it looks like I accidentally left that as a loot instead of a merchant shop. Anyway, just you, Giraffe.
I think I have everything I need. I figured since I'm getting hit a lot, I might as well take these cold and electric retaliation things.
Sure. So,
It looks like fun, anyways.
are you having your shield be slashing, or are you having the main gosh be poisoned? Because Yarm offers 2 poison vials to you.
That's a good question. I'm gonna have the main gosh be poisoned.
Alright.
I mean, I could offer 3 if
So,
he has a
does it have
slashing
to-
shield as well.
Does it have to be slashing
Yep.
to be thrown?
Because injury poisons only
Slashing
work
or
on
piercing.
slashing or piercing, not bludgeoning.
So I have the. Let me look at the augmentation.
So you have trip and thrown right now. You would have to replace
Oh, I see.
thrown for slashing if you wanted
see.
to be
I'll
able to
do that.
poison the shield. Okay. So Yarm, do you have the ability to give him 3 poisons?
I mean, I can give as many poisons as I want for how many weapons he has.
Alright, so
Okay, by the end of the campaign, you won't be able to see Giraffe's token. It's just going to be a bunch of markers for poison.
yeah, I'll figure out a better way to keep track of them at this point, but either way, that's an alchemist in the party, so we'll deal with it.
That's excellent.
But with that being said, you guys make your way out into the Stolen Lands once more to explore and find what you've been looking for here. Either bandits, or kobolds, or gremlins with rings, whatever it is. Where do you go from here?
We should obviously start exploring new areas.
Should probably, go explore a little to southeast. and
Southeast?
on our way to the gremlins.
I
Need
agree.
to eradicate.
Are we sure this is where the gremlins actually are?
That's the intel we got from the suit skills in the turnip patch.
So, as you guys arrive here to check around, who wants to roll a perception for the reconnoiter?
Oh, that's right. It
Hello.
is perception for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
That's the party, not me. I would like to, yes.
Sure. Anybody else who wants to can aid the check.
Actually, never mind.
Eventually, I'll boost my
good.
wisdom.
Gaz gonna aid.
Giraffe is an expert at perception checks as a fighter.
So it's fine. It's fine.
But I do think Yarm is a little bit better either way. But, with that being said, you look around, these are the sort of open plains around Oleg's and the rustland hinterlands. Nothing much of note is here. However, the hills to your south denote the Greenbelt, which seems to be much more teeming with activity. It only takes you half a day to do the plains walk and then reconnoiter, because it's plains, so you have one more move into either one of these hills or even to the east.
I don't see much reason not to go just straight towards it.
I agree.
The gremlins.
We should also probably try to get the thorny plants as well for
The fangberries.
Fangberries, yes.
For pumpkin.
So, as you guys arrive here, it is nighttime by the time you get into the hills, so you'll be taking your rest at this point. Who will be
I'd like
taking...
to make a survival check to look for poor tracks.
Sure.
And make sure you look for gremlin tracks as well.
And gremlin trap.
Oops, that shouldn't be public.
I mean, I'm saying this jokingly, but I also mean that I'm basically checking our camp to check for possible threats.
Sure. As you are
That's what
looking...
I'm actually doing. It's funnier to say I'm looking for more tracks.
As you are looking around, you're pretty sure that you don't see anything of particular note. You see some like passing deer tracks, other things, but nothing of danger. And for the night, since you are in a dangerous area, an area where it's not really safe to rest, as far as you know, who of the two of you, or of all of you, will be the two who roll perception for the night watch?
Armed would definitely like to stay awake for this. They're in gremlin territory.
Yarm, do you want the first or second shift?
I'll handle the first.
Then wake me up when you're done with your shift.
Yes. Simple enough. Scouts do this all the time.
Alright. So roll your perception there. And then I can also get the perception from Giraffe.
And as a reminder, there is an alarm set up around the camp.
Sure thing. As Yarm keeps a dutiful watch, follow up on what you know from scouts and in your tribe. Pretty safe. Nothing comes along. Giraffe as well. In your watch, you're a little bit more aloof, playing with your shield, adjusting it there. But nothing comes along, luckily enough. As always, I'm rolling in the background to see if you'd trigger something, but you didn't there. Now, as daylight begins anew for you guys, what would you like to do?
Destroy some gremlins.
Time to reconnoiter.
Perception.
Alright.
Yarm takes front on this, if no one else
And
will.
I will assist him. Give him aid.
Sure. So you guys are checking around and making sure that there's no gremlins. You notice something a little bit strange in the hills here. There's this crag sort of jutting out from one of them where it seems like you can actually squeeze your way in through the side of it. Into a cavern within. Yarm, you're not aware of this on any of your soot scale maps. Or knowledge of that.
Well, is this necessarily different?
Sort of a crevice that you would have to, slightly squeeze through. Those of you who are small, like the kobolds, have an easy time.
Well, Yarm informs the rest of the group, of course, but... So, what do you think?
Secret entrance would be perfect for us to ambush them, wouldn't it?
Assuming they keep base in there.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
We should be aware of all that's going on in our territory.
You just want to go into the cave because you're a dragon, aren't you?
That's not it at all. There could be treasure in there.
Can I look around the entrance of the cave to see if it was a natural cave or artificial?
Nature.
Like if it was dug out?
Yeah, nature would determine that.
I actually have mining lore. Would that apply?
Yeah, that would certainly apply.
Can I help out, considering I also have it?
Yep.
We have multiple people from mining lore.
Yeah.
Multiple people with mining lore and multiple people with crafting lore. Well, crafting.
That was private, not blind, so you will see that on your end, Gaz.
Yes, I am seeing that. Apologies.
I like how your roll is shaking. Oh, no, it's
Yeah,
gone.
I don't know. They added that recently with my UI, like the special UI I use, but I don't know why it's there.
There we go. Much
Either
better.
way.
It's a very interesting choice. I don't think it needs that much emphasis.
No.
It really draws attention.
Either way, though,
So much for climate, huh?
I think it's more like for whispers. Either way, like to really note somebody is whispering you, but you, Giraffe, you look at the crevice and around it. Doesn't seem like it's unnatural. Pretty natural crevice into the cavern.
Well, shall we?
How tight is this?
Seasonally tight for you. You'd have to roll an acrobatics check to sort of like squeeze your way in.
Yeah.
Smaller
This-
people won't.
This could be a challenge for somebody who's very tall like me.
Just hold your breath. You'll fit in.
Side note, Kiba's 5'2".
We can remove your legs from the knee down, if that helps.
Wow, what a wonderful plan. Let's get right on that.
So, yeah, Kiba and Giraffe, if you want to roll acrobatics to squeeze your way in there. Everyone else, Parath, Yarm, and Gaz are small enough that it's easy enough.
Acrobatics.
It's a decently tough squeeze, Kiba, but you're able to sort of suck in your gut and push through. However, Giraffe, he's sort of getting stuck as sort of like wrenches his pelvis to the side, and it, you know,
Keeps hitting my head on this different rocks on the ceiling, cussing
Yeah.
them out.
it takes you a little bit longer, Giraffe, but you're only the last to see before you. A bit of
Small caves.
a small 30-foot diameter cave. It opens up a little bit more here, about 6 foot tall to the center of this some sort of cylindrical cave. Cylindrical wouldn't be the word, spherical. And you do see at the back of the cave something glittering. At least to your dark vision. If somebody has a light, I could tell them the color.
I'd like to light a torch.
As you light it up, you see the glitter of gold.
I was afraid when you let out that exhale, like, oh no, are we all about to explode?
No,
The
that wasn't.
glitter of a giant spider's eyes.
That's
I
for
was
later, yes.
so spooked by that.
That slight exhalation was my attempt at making a sound for the torch going up, but I assume
okay,
that failed then.
That makes more sense.
Yeah,
The glitter of gunpowder.
there you go.
The glitter of the party being blown to bits.
But yeah, you do see in a vein a slightly yellowish material. Or
Your arm's gaze flits right to Gaz.
The kobold is clasping his hands together and is very, very ecstatic about the find.
Well now, that certainly is eye-catching, wouldn't you say?
So there's gold in them here hills.
Certainly a wonderful find. Should probably think about how we're gonna extract all of this, shouldn't we?
I don't think there's any harm in leaving it for the time being.
Well, how much is here?
it's a vein, but veins often
Oh, a
denote
vein.
more veins, further in. This one's just a little bit exposed in the little cavity
No, I
area.
think I have the perfect first job for our new kobold friends once we have them.
Once we liberate my people, yes.
Indeed, we should mark the location of this clearly and come back to it at a future time. It would be prudent, however, of course, to make sure there are no further dangers.
Is that it
Yes.
for his cave? Just like a single chamber cavern?
Simple little, potential gold mine that you've found here. That's one of those hidden places where, with your reconnoiter, if you rolled too low, you would not find it.
Very nice.
Nice.
So, with that being said, you guys have half the day remaining if you would like to head somewhere. And I will note, actually, Yarm, in your reconnoitering of this place, you are able to see in the distance, to the southeast, sort of in the center of the Greenbelt here, a massive tree, sort of sprouting up from the hills around it. Certainly looks out of place, but otherwise a landmark.
I'm assuming we're out. We squeeze our way back out of the cave at some
Oh
point.
yeah.
That's a nice tree. So, were the gremlins not here?
They were not. Just a small cavern.
Uh,
Didn't you say something about the gremlins also being fey or something like that?
gremlins are fey, indeed.
Well,
Well-
they also crowd around a huge tree like our fey friends before.
Maybe I should have gotten the cold iron shield then. Felt kind of rude though, with the Fey friends we made.
Mm.
Yeah,
We
sorry.
found our gremlins.
A shame we didn't pick up any of those cold iron gnome traps.
Well, I have some gnome traps. Not cold iron, but traps.
Either
But if
way,
no one's opposed, we could always light it a fire and be done with it.
I'd be opposed to that.
Is the old sharp tooth idol wooden or burnable?
you remember that it is some sort of charcoal colored ceramic.
Ah, okay. It would be safe, but ceramic breaks easily.
Well, yeah. But you look at this tree and well, it's the biggest landmark around here. You have the rest of the day, and you could probably arrive there with a few hours remaining before nightfall.
Let's go there.
Yes.
Could be
Is there any
promising
way
at
to
least
like?
get a view.
Is there a way to like recall knowledge to confirm whether or not like a suspicious tree like this might have anything to do with Fae?
You roll me a nature check.
Right. Blind GMO.
Pretty sure that's. I mean, Fae will be attracted to anything natural. This being a big landmark, and in the direction of the gremlins that you've been told, it's probably where they are, yeah.
Alright. Good enough.
So, as you guys make the way rest of the day here.
7:30. 0 point.
Oh yeah, at that. I'm gonna move you guys, actually not yet, to a new scene, but you'll see soon enough. You find that you're dwarfed by this massive sycamore tree. It rises from the ground around you, and its diameter at its base is, well, it's like, imagine a redwood, a great redwood, but double the size. This massive, massive tree, its gnarled roots sort of clinging to the hilltop as if it was some sort of octopus on top of it. Not really that intense of a visual, but that's what came to my mind, so.
It's a good visual. We are definitely not burning that tree down.
Why would you even suggest such a thing?
Might be a gremlin hideout. That's all the reason I would need.
To be honest, I also am getting sick of all of these trees and the wildlife here.
We
you're
should
just
maintain
lazy.
it, not damage it.
But yeah, as you guys arrive here, you don't see any gremlins.
Gremlin free. How tall is the tree? Approximately, not.
Double the redwood. I don't know how tall a redwood is, but
So
Oh, good
that's
grief.
really freaking tall.
And it's all alone?
all alone.
Giraffe, do you think you can climb up that thing to get a good look around, maybe?
That would take a while.
That's
This
like
thing
50,
would be around 600 feet.
yeah, like 50, 60 stories up.
Can you fly up there?
Maybe you can try
Nope.
tossing the dragon up there.
Do not.
What are those wings for then?
This tree would make a lovely painting.
As you guys are looking around, someone roll me a perception check, because you're pretty certain that there was something here, but you're just not sure what's going on exactly, like where they might be. Though, Giraffe, as you're looking around, you find not in the tree itself, but in its gnarled roots, there is a portion of it that opens up to a dark, slightly small tunnel through the dirt underneath the tree.
Whoa.
I call the party over to come look at this.
Oh, that is wonderful.
This is more of a mangrove thing, isn't it? Most of the time.
You see some of its gnarled roots going through sort of portions of this tunnel. It seems like this tunnel was dug out.
These might be the gremlins we've been looking for.
About
Shall
how
we take a look?
about how big is the tunnel? Like, is it like dug out by smaller people, or
Small people. So kobolds have, and you have no problem. The others are going to be slowed by it. But judging by its sort of like verticality, it'd be easy to sort of slide down into it. Or at least push yourself along.
What can all of you tell me about gremlins, by the way?
What does Yarm know about gremlins?
It was a really good movie.
From your general knowledge, gremlins are smaller, tricksy fae that are usually hostile, usually antisocial, usually evil. They do nasty things.
Evil, interesting. Okay.
But petty things as well, like breaking objects or, like
Or
saying
stealing
rude things.
religious worship.
Yeah. But who's going first?
Fine.
Usually in a situation like this would be me, but I don't think that would be a good idea in this case.
Hey, Gaz, you're small and you can fit in there easily. You should go first.
Gas sort of like glances around the group before he gets called out and just sighs defeatedly. Fine, guess I'm the bulkiest around here, may as well.
All right. You sort of
He's gonna ready his shield just in case as he like goes down.
Sort of like feet first. You start sliding your way sort of down this slope of tunnel here through the dirt, avoiding the roots that sort of pass through it from time to time. And you arrive down in a little workshop. With everyone else probably following along, I'm going to remove you guys to a new scene here. In the old Sycamore. Real quick, Thay, can you see something or no?
I only see a black screen right now.
Okay, good. Because I use you as my test token, so I was worried maybe you somehow might have seen something. Anyway. As you guys are sliding down in here, I'm gonna place your tokens down. And change the music here, let's do that first. Alright, Egaz. Kiba, Yarm, Giraffe, and Parent. As you guys find yourself in the deep roots of this tree, these caverns dug out between them and held up by them, you land in a small workshop where immediately in front of you there is this nasty blue-faced creature that sort of like sneers over as they sort of shout, "Hey! Who invited you?" There's another one sort of next to them.
It was Jim. He sent us a card.
Who's Jim?
Wait, no, it was Joe.
Jim? Joe? Who are they? Wait. Can you speak my language? I don't think you can. What, do any of you speak Undercommon?
Oh, let me check.
Undercommon. Oh my goodness,
I
it's been a while.
do in fact speak Undercommon.
No, I don't.
Okay, so Gaz is understanding this.
No, I only speak civilized languages.
There goes my poor taste. in
Wow.
jokes.
We invited ourselves here. We're the new guys on the block, and we're here to check out this place.
Wait. You're such girls. I see one. Kill. Roll initiative.
Oh,
Oh, great.
I wanted to say and ask, but I didn't really have a chance
Sure.
about if there would have been enough room to get a torch lit when we get in.
At this point, you sort of slid down right into this.
Got it.
There wouldn't have been a good chance for it at the moment, which probably
Cool.
is
Woo!
part of the difficulty of this little encounter here. Giraffe, you're going first as one of them shouts kill. You realize that things are going to get much, deadly quicker here.
I assume that because they're in darkness, I'm gonna have trouble hitting them.
That's right. There's only
Am I able to use an interact to like take out a torch and light it?
Yes, there would be 2 actions.
Oh,
I messed up my roll.
No problem.
and
Oh,
I
sweet, I rolled the same thing.
I'm sure I need like a specific item to like attach a torch to a shield, don't I?
Yeah, there's shield sconce.
Yeah.
I should have got one of those. So I'm gonna use 2 actions to light a torch and hold it in my left hand,
All right.
and in my right hand I'm gonna hold my Mombele,
Sure.
which means I'm not wielding my shield.
There is some automation for torches, so I'm gonna do that on your sheet here. Held in one hand, and then there is a torches lit button. There we go. So you
Cool.
flash up the torch really quickly there. You see them sort of sneering in the dark. These blue-faced little devils here, little gremlins.
That was Paramp next to me. I thought that was a gremlin. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Do not.
Am I able to throw a weapon at one of them, or is Gaz in the way?
You can throw it. However, something else I must note, these are really cramped for medium-sized creatures. You are clumsy one, you and Kiba, while you're inside of these caverns. But yeah, you can throw it.
Oh, fun. So that would be my Mombele. Just a strike is the...
There is another button on the strike on the actions tab for ranged strikes.
Oh, okay.
It's +7 instead of +11 because it doesn't use your strength. It's your
I see.
dex.
And -1 because of clumsy.
Yep, all added there. Roll a Zach. However, as you're trying to throw it in here, you just get snagged up by the roots around you. It's a hard space to operate here. Your Mombele is thrown and then sort of like shinks into the dirt where that midfoot is.
Ah,
As you raise the torch, though, you might be helping your allies here. Yarm, your turn.
Right. Yarm is going to, can he, like, hit the corner here, from where he's standing?
Yep.
Alright. Well, Yarn starts off with a, having his, it's a bot, right. Standard combo before it's bot lightning and a Drake card.
Yep.
So regardless, he, first, he, relishes in taking a chance to, strike this fella
Sure, go for it.
with a bot lightning. And there's probably a lot of modifiers to this because of, you know, like our current setup, but
Yes, I'm keeping those in mind, but for the purpose of it, you're a small creature throwing an object. You're not really clumsy, and nothing else is affecting it. Just this, you know, lob.
Gotcha.
+1 maybe from Gaz being in front of you, but either way, it still hits. Roll the damage.
Right.
So the one you throw it at does sort of get splashed by the electricity, shudders through them for a moment, leaving them flat-footed. The other takes 1 splash.
There you go. As you deserve. Yarm calls out in Undercommon. He knows that as well. And then he feeds a Drakeheart mutagen in his hand to Gaz.
Okay.
Oh,
Put
boy.
that chat, and he can drag the spell heart, or the spell effect to him.
It's showing up on your end. I'm
Not yet.
Might be a little bit of
here we
lag.
go.
There it is. So effect Dracard mutagen on Gaz should properly set it up. There we go. And
And then,
third.
and Yarm finishes off by pulling out another Drakeheart mutagen in his hand.
Sure
That's it for
thing.
his turn.
Now, as you threw that bomb, this one sort of shudders there. Hey, get the switch gear! They're gonna rush across the table here, sort of jumping up on it and attacking Kiba. Get out of the way! Missing with a strike as you quickly sort of like duck away, trying to wrestle with the roots around you. You are able to defend yourself though, Kiba, as they cannot get a hit in. Gaz, we go to you.
Gas obviously thanks Joim for the mutagen he's gotten as he prepares his own turn by starting off an overdrive.
Sure.
You can make it up by creaming them, destroying them.
And yeah, your mecha arms there sort of charge up and are more powered at this point.
Sure, give me just a bit to get it all running, and then I'll just absolutely annihilate them.
Alright.
Let's see how good mining gear is against gremlins.
Oh, so that's what it is?
It is.
I thought you built that just to beat people up.
As you try to throw a hand out at them, they're able to duck away, even while flat-footed.
Get hero pointed.
I'm going to try hero pointed, yes.
Sure.
I can't see the roll actually in chat.
It came out to a 13 total, 5 on the dice. Might be just lag on your end, not seeing it there.
Maybe. Yeah, that prevents me from actually hero pointing it.
You can just
guess
roll
I'll
another
just roll
strike.
again.
This one will hit, though. Roll the damage. Sort of rear back and strike out with the pantograph gauntlets there. The arms of your mining equipment slams into their side, and they take a lot of damage there. They're pretty badly injured.
Turns out gremlins aren't as tough as rock. And
Again.
I'm gonna spend my third action with demoralize actually on the gremlin above.
Okay. Third action will be a hit as well. Roll the damage. Oh wait, no, this is demoralize?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, they are quite frightened now that you've sort of slammed those fists into that one. Do you have...
Yeah,
no,
that's what
you're good. Get out, stupid kobold! Goes for a strike. Will actually hit you. With a little short sword there, slicing in. I got you now. 7 damage to you guys. Actually, it should be a bit public. I shouldn't be rolling private here. Either way, they go for another strike.
Damage to gas?
7.
That's a redemption then on that.
Okay.
In people, of course.
Mm-hmm. They will take it. They are not allowing themselves to be redeemed, these little fey creatures, these gremlins. So, guys, you took 3... Give yourself 4 HP back because of the glimpse of redemption. Keep flashing them with some things to think about. However, second strike does also hit. They also roll quite well, but lowered because they enfeebled 5 extra damage to Gaz. Effectively reducing the damage by 2 even more from that single reaction. As their third action, they will... oh wait, no, I'm forgetting something. They have little vengeful anger. They get +2 to their damage rolls, so take an extra 4 damage because you have damaged them, Gaz.
Good grief.
And then they're going to lash out at Kiba. Agile attack. Has a decent chance if they don't roll a 7. They certainly miss that. Kiba then.
Oh,
we go
wow.
to you.
Okay, well, since one of them's taken some good hits, I'm gonna try to do some crowd control by taking him out first.
Alright, Hefting
I'm in
Glaive.
close spaces. I got this hatchet wielded. So, let's see how this does.
Oh, nice.
Also means that I'm not poisonous.
Yeah, we'll keep the poison for... Oh, is it... Does it not show on your end that you have some?
The poison doesn't show on my end. I'm also using a different weapon once we went into tight quarters.
Oh yeah, sometimes there's a button I can press to make it blind, like you having those buffs. For stuff like diseases, which is nice.
So that's a hero point.
Sure.
I'll take 22.
That you will. 22 there will be not a crit, but very close to 1.
Darn, that would have
Roll
been so
damage.
cool. Let's see how this does.
Just pull out this hatchet there and strike at them. Well, just the cleaving into them does do them in, but not before they screech out, as it seems to burn into their flesh a little bit extra. Because that will have an extra weakness value to these gremlins, these fae.
Thank goodness.
So that one goes down.
Look at all its space.
Anything else?
Yes, I'm going to reposition for tactical benefit.
Oh yeah.
So
Let me-
clambering your way.
No, not the Marshal Zora.
Get in position. We'll take them out together.
Murder.
I'll that marker on, that's a demoralize, right?
Yep, they are frightened 1. Reduces their AC. And everything else.
If I gave him a frightened 1, does it just replace the frightened 1 or does it add?
So it does not add, unless you have a special ability to add.
So it would be a waste of an action unless I was fishing for crits. So we'll just try a second strike.
Mm-hmm. Because the frighten goes away at the end of their turn always, so you wouldn't even be adding more time to it. Either way, go for the strike. Hatchet is a bit more agile, so you'll be rolling at less of a deficit than you're used to.
Yeah, I like that.
Then with a 4 on the dice.
Figures. I'm just gonna let the 4. I'm just gonna let this stand.
Sure. As you get a little bit caught in the roots there, we go to Parenth.
Baron's going to reach out with one of his claws towards this thing and send out a sharp zap of electricity towards it.
A little bit of electric arc. Let's see what it rolls. It rolled natural 20. As it just dodges
That's
straight
where the 20
underneath.
is.
Shatters against the dirt behind it, sort of, well, breaks it anyway. What do you do as the third?
Just going to shield up and hold position.
Okay. Giraffe, you have
Oh
lost
boy, oh boy, oh boy.
your mabale. You only have your fists and a torch in the other hand.
So can I step next to the gremlin, use an interaction to pull out my dagger, and then stab with my last action?
Easy enough.
Yay.
I like how the formations that we do always like treat Yarm as a squishy, even though he's tankier than Gaz.
Let's
Well, I
do this.
mean,
Oh, and he's flat-footed now, isn't he?
That he is. It will be automatically added because it's a malice to their AC, not a plus to yours.
Okay.
You strike him with the dagger, that'll be a critical strike. Roll your
Oh
crit
boy.
damage.
And the poison.
And the poison. Yarm. 12 damage there as the poison on the dagger is used up. Let's see if it does anything else to them. DC 18 for this Blackadder Venom. They will fail it. They're not very formidable, these creatures. And let's roll that. 6. There. They're barely holding on as the poison courses through them at this. We go to Yarm. Just you.
Nice. Well, it's a bit uncomfortable to be using a another bomb here, so Yarm is just going to stride up next to the gremlin himself.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the vengeful fury of the kobold, he pulls out his dagger and makes his own stab at it.
Sure.
Oh, there's a ranged version. Well, so, it's using this melee, so nice. Well.
As you rush up, pull your dagger and stab into them. They were already weakened by the blows of your allies. They fall to the ground, dead. As 1 damage is enough, even
He
though
had
it's
1 health left.
yeah.
I love it.
Otherwise, you see the 1 star. That means you rolled a 1 and then you have -1 because of your strength, but it always deals 1 damage at the very least. And that's what killed it.
Satisfying.
So they're feisty little buggers.
As they go down, you guys gain 30 experience points. That was a trivial encounter.
Every little bit helps.
And yet, Gaz almost went down.
Yeah, they can get nasty.
30?
30, yeah.
So it should be a 270.
Well, you can see for yourself what they're like now.
At the very least, I won't feel bad about pummeling them a bunch.
And as you guys have a look around here real quick, you find yourselves in a crude little workshop. Little benches that have been strewn with various little tools, metal and wooden hardware, blocks of wood, little saws, some of them bloodied, a little like catapult construct thing. But nothing of real value to you guys. It's all quite rudimentary.
So,
What could they possibly be doing in here?
It's like they're gremlin things.
I will note as well, as you guys look around, you find both in the sort of northeast and southwest these dips further down into the place, sort of these more tunnels. So, for the purpose of it, with your tokens, you can just walk through those and you'll go into the tunnels there.
I would like to ask someone else to take points.
I can, of course.
we should let Giraffe use his shiny new shield.
Great.
I'll
Would
also be
someone
using
else
a
like to hold
torch.
the torch then?
I will.
Actually, maybe Yarm should be the one holding the torch, even if he doesn't need it.
Here, I'm gonna hand
What's
it to
that?
Yarm. This looks never used one of these before. Yarm usually uses one-handed stuff, and he doesn't really need both hands most of the time.
Thank you, small one.
How do you get that light on you?
There you go.
The torch?
So, basically
I'm also
for
currently one-handed.
the torches, you pull them up in your inventory out of your backpack, and then have them held in one hand. Then that will give you a checkbox in your encounter tab to make it lit or not. So, Kiba, if you want to use one of your torches, you have torches too in your backpack. You can also.
I sure do. I will use one just in case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, find it in your backpack, pull it out to your main inventory, make it held in one hand, and then in your actions tab where you make your strikes, you'll find it. Torch is lit. Little checkbox.
Actually, I don't want to hold my Mumbotle. I want to hold something agile, like my main gosh.
Alright, so as Giraffe is taking the lead here, down into
I'm
the
gonna
cave.
ask this now.
Mhm.
I'm assuming I cannot raise my shield and parry and gain the benefits of both.
They both have the same circumstance bonus.
Okay, good. I'm checking before. That'd be funny, but
Yeah, one stack.
let's go.
Alright.
So we're going left instead? Okay.
Giraffe, you
Yarf,
find
please.
yourself
I can't see.
making your way down into the root sort of crossed tunnel here. As the arm comes in, you can sort of get a better feel for the roots as they climb over and underneath you. But Giraffe, as you're sort of sliding your way down it and making your way further inside, Giraffe, move back a little bit so your allies can catch up.
Sorry, I was just trying to get out of the way.
No problem. But as you're making your way down here, you hear some voices speaking in Undercommon here. Poke him again. Let's see how long he lasts. You hear another voice in Draconic. No, stop, please, stop. And from that,
Hey, Giba,
I'm-
this is something you might
Oh,
you might want to know. Namely,
A
they're
lot.
torturing some people down here.
Okay, I think some people are stacked in this hallway. Do we want to?
Yeah.
you guys, for the purpose of it, can slide down into sort of the open space of this room real quick if you want to do it that way. Probably for the best.
may I move down into the right? Or just...
Nothing further than that. That'd be too
Okay.
close to them. I'd be able to be very much aware. Either way, though, as you guys are making your way down, Gaz, if you would like to... Yeah, like right there, that's fine. You guys make your way quickly down here as you start hearing that kobold's noise, as you do see another soot scale sort of lashed to one of the roots there. You see the bodies of 3 other kobolds, though, that unfortunately have perished to these nasty gremlins. They do very quickly turn to you guys as you approach. Hey,
What are they doing here? Who let them in? Kill.
And just like that, as easily as anything, they draw their weapons as you have interrupted their little, their little fun. Oops. I'm gonna reset this. Hold on. Okay, now you can go.
Oh boy. Yeah, perception. Oh.
I'm going to try to do something.
Sure.
Okay, I failed.
What were you trying to do? Oh, the destabilize.
Mhm.
So yeah, you're basically last probably. Now let's roll their initiatives. As they leap to action here, after your interruption, we're going to go to this other midfoot in the back here. Some of these guys are looking a little bit less tough than the others. The two torturers, probably the two right next to the kobold, are tougher. This guy seems pretty weak. He's going to, as I put on the music, pull out a sling and start, or actually pull out darts and start throwing them at Giraffe.
I have the raise a shield action up because I was defending going into this.
So that should be there. There is a raise a shield action that you can put on yourself that actually does something. The defend action does not give you a +2. So you're looking for raise a shield effect. Either
I
way,
see shield block. I do not see raise a shield. Where is that?
press Control Space and search for it. And then drag it down to your mech bar. They do miss on the first strike. They're going to go for another as they sling another dart. Actually, no, because these aren't reloaded. They have to pull out another dart as third action. A quick dart is thrown your way. Kiba, you see that coming, but you're faster to avoid it. What do you do?
I shall move in and take point on this. There's plenty of room for Giraffe, of course. And I will start focusing on the guy in front of me. First by attempting to threaten and intimidate him.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
yeah, that's quite frightening to them, whatever you said.
Yeah, taste cold iron, gremlins.
Wait, what? They have cold iron?
Go for it.
Was that an uncommon? Do you even know that language?
I don't think
I don't
if
know
he
if
does or not, it does. So if you don't share language, it is a -4, but it's still a natural 20.
Yeah, it's
They
not.
also
there.
can probably
Yeah.
see my hatchet. I don't know if,
Yeah.
if it looks funny to them, but
They can understand what it is. So go for the strike.
yay.
That will be a definite hit because they are frightened too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, come on, let's see if we can roll a 6 for damage.
2.
We didn't.
Total of 5. They will take 7 in total because they have that small weakness to cold iron. It hurts them pretty badly, this weaker one, but not kills them, or doesn't kill them just yet.
I think I'm gonna attempt a follow-up strike.
You moved, you frightened, and you struck.
I moved! That was my third. Okay, next.
So we do go to the gremlin that you just struck there. They sort of glower back at you. Ow! Gonna go for a strike back. Trying to use their vengeful anger. Will miss on the first strike. Second strike, also going to be a miss.
Oh, that's so very, very sad.
Third strike, because they are so angry, they roll a miss again, as you're easily able to deflect their angry blows at you, almost like a child flailing up at you. We do go to this one here.
Hey, there's another kobold here.
They're gonna walk up to Gaz and start trying to strike at him. As again, one of the weaker looking gremlins, but rolls an 18 on the dice.
Of course.
Oh my god.
You take 3.
I simply imagine magnetically attract dice rolls.
Just on principle, because they're going for Gaz, I'm using my redemption on this one.
Oh no, actually, I'm redeemed, yeah.
They're gonna deal no damage, but also not take the enfeeble 2 because they have that option, so they're just gonna go with that.
Yeah, I feel bad about it. Psych!
Goes for another strike.
Nice.
We'll miss, though, as they try to come up and strike into you. So he can keep his redemption for a moment to dissuade them from striking the first time. We go to Gaz.
Well, a fast one on me, huh? Let's see how well that's gonna work out for you. He's gonna try to start off with Demoralize, actually.
Sure. They're frightened 1.
Next, I'm going to try and overdrive.
Sure. Cranking the gears once again. Natural 1.
Oh no!
Something breaks and sort of scatters a bit of flames out over your back. It's going to deal 2 damage to you because that's equal to your level.
Oh my god.
Not the best of days.
As the machine sputters out, he simply yanks the controls forward and like tries to simply ram it into
Sure.
Gremlin.
19. That would be a critical strike against this one. So,
Jeez, finally.
rear it back and shove it forward. This strike with that. It's deadly too because of the pantograph, so
Wow.
21 damage. Yeah, you just... It's like they get socked straight in the face, and before you know it, they're on the ground, face punched in, essentially. There.
So basically, one of the hydraulics malfunctioned, shot forward faster than it was supposed to, and just fractured this gremlin's skull.
Basically,
Wow,
yeah,
yes,
as they
we're going with that chain of events.
slap to the ground there. I think that's all 3 for you.
Yeah, stop exploding. We don't have time for that.
Well, I also exploded a fellow in front of me, so give me some credit.
This more tough-looking Mitflix angrily rushes up towards Kiba here.
Hey, we weren't done.
Strikes out. Natural 1.
I guess they are done.
Just stand still. Damn it.
They're gonna... I mean, I didn't even get that 3rd strike because they moved either way, but it's very much there. As Kiva, even though you're sort of stooped in these small halls there, still clumsy, you're able to deflect these blows as they keep coming. They're gonna come around this one here and try to make a strike with the short sword. Almost that natural 20 went to the 2, as it is going to miss there. Another strike. Ultra attack penalty 13. Still a miss though, as these are weaker ones are not getting a good strike in on Kiba.
Oh, stop. All this attention will go to my head.
No, you idiots, get around him.
And this one's going to go into a flank and strike a Kiba.
Attack of opportunity. Can
This
I
is
do
a
that?
step into your reach,
Oh.
which does not trigger it.
It actually hits.
This one does get a hit in here for a total of 2 damage, because they have a little bit of strength in them. This one being elite, but not much. It's going to go for another strike. This will be a natural 20.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
That's what happens when
That's
there's
more like it.
Oh,
a lot of smaller
Oh,
enemies.
pretty.
One of them is going to get lucky. So you took that 2 from the first one. Now we're going to roll the crit. Should be 6 total damage from a crit. So they lash
You didn't
into
hit
you.
that thing.
Yeah,
Am I
yeah,
able to shove a creature?
you are, yeah.
Yeah.
Shove is an action.
Good
However,
to know.
unless you have a hand free, your trait on your weapon or shield must be the shove trait.
Oh, okay. So in the future, I'm probably gonna change my shield to be shove instead of.
Yeah. So your arm, as you're sort of on the edge of this little like downward sort of slope there, what do you do there?
Alright, Yarm excitedly tosses a red ampoule at this fella.
Okay, which corner?
Top right.
Alrighty.
I mean, let's keep in mind a little bit of splash.
What flavor of splash?
Terrifying dread.
Yeah, just yeah.
Not my thing.
Alright, to the top right then.
Alright. Checking out this little, like, vial of purplish, cloudy liquid, unfortunately does miss.
He's got a hero point back.
Alright. Still going to be a miss there, but each of them does take 1 damage from the splash. As this little purple cloud explodes around them, a little scream is heard from the face that apparates in it, but otherwise doesn't do much to them.
Well then. With that done, Yarm is going to head down south here. He paces himself to take some hits, but hopefully he'll draw some attention away from Gaz at least.
Sure.
And then he's going to pull out a second Dread Ample for the next turn.
Alrighty.
That's it for his turn.
So as you pull that out, we go to Giraffe.
Am I able to tumble through?
Yeah, you are. As in acrobatics, it has to be their reflex save.
No panache, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm making acrobatics.
Yep, acrobatics.
Oh, clumsy takes away from that. I'll try anyways.
Sure. Let's try to push through this little midflits. Unfortunately, they have really high reflexes. They sort of like block your way.
Gonna try a hero point.
Sure. Again, no dice there, as this one blocks your path.
Okay, now I'm just gonna bonk him on the head with my shield because I'm upset.
Sure.
Actually, am I able to use double slice with my shield and my other weapon?
Yeah. It's always an option.
Cool. I'm gonna do that instead.
So, let me give you the shield bash. There it is. So, shield bash equipped in one hand. That should allow you to do it. From your encounter tab. The actions tab next to your inventory.
I see it.
You want to generally do your strikes from here, because it gives you the options for range and stuff like that. Also allows you to drop and sheath stuff.
That's my shield.
Shield is going to be a miss.
Am I limited to using 1 hero point per turn?
No. As long as you have them.
Gonna use it then.
Of course, you can't use another hero point on the same roll, which unfortunately results in an extra 1.
Well, not for the Montbellier.
Okay.
I was hoping to get next to 2 of them to use the critical specialization of the Montbellier.
No, the Montbellier is not agile, so this strike will be at a -2 for the purposes of double strike.
Oh.
Or double
Double
slice.
strike, double slice.
There it is. If the second strike is made with a weapon that doesn't have the edge trait, it takes a -2. And, well, it's not like it would have hit anyway.
Oh my god.
I have 1 hero point left.
Go for it.
Burn through all of them in 1 turn.
16 will not hit. That's when the raspberry lunges underneath you as you're trying to get your attacks in. No dice there. Parent.
That's the worst turn.
Pen just looks at Giraffe, kind of confused at what he's trying to do this turn. Parents is gonna cast Grease.
Okay.
Starting on this guy, I'm gonna snake around. Got a Tetris block.
Yep. So, where is my... There it is. So, and like so, as the grease sort of is thrown out there into the dirt, these guys are going to make their reflex saves. Well, 2 of them do fail, actually, as you see them start to slip up and slam into the dirt below them. Go to this guy, he is prone. And it is this guy over here to the left that is also thrown to the ground. The other sort of keeps their bearings.
Alright, I'm gonna use shield, and that'll be his turn.
Alright. Shield goes up as we go to the top. This guy here who is throwing darts is going to pull out, actually pulled out as the 3rd for last time. Now he can throw. At Kiba. Kiba's closest and easiest target.
Bring it.
Naturally.
Don't bring it.
That'll be a total of 6 damage
Oh.
there, as they sling this dart pretty well to your chest, but doesn't really penetrate all that much.
Bullseye.
I still feel it. Ooh.
And then they go for a third action throw, since they had to interact for the second, and certainly go wide. So they get a little bit lucky there. We go to your turn, Kiba.
Ooh, that one stings a bit. Gonna finish off the guy in front of me that got targeted with my beautiful cold iron hatchet.
Sure.
That's a roll.
That is going to be a crit. So you cleave down into this one that was thrown to the ground. They are definitely dead from that sort of chop into them.
All right, beautiful. I'm gonna hold position. I think I'm going to, let's see, heal up and demoralize.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna demoralize Gaz's target, just to try to help out a little bit, get a little support.
Alright, these are at -4 because you don't share a language with them, unless you have the
Yeah,
intimidation feat, which you don't have. So yeah,
yeah,
they
it's not looking good.
don't really understand what you're saying.
More or less, I'm just kind of like screaming at him and waving this cold iron weapon around. Now let's get my healing going on myself.
What? This guy's an idiot. Can't speak right.
Ooh.
Alright, 6 healing.
Okay.
Correct for your laying hands.
There it goes.
6 healing there. So you place a palm up to that wound on your chest. It closes up for you. We go to Gaz now.
His machine is still sputtering, but that doesn't stop him from absolutely decking the guy on the floor in front of him.
Alright. Yarm is in between, so it's +1 to their AC for lesser cover. But still a good chance of striking and hitting. This would have been a crit, but because Yarm is in the way, it's going to be a just regular hit.
Oh,
Ah, unfortunate.
bummer. Well, it's gonna pay off in a few rounds when your arm gets sliced to bits instead of you.
Well, it didn't seem like it mattered as he just sort of, you slam your fist out in front of you, hydraulically slamming them into the ground where they were thrown down by the grease. You have 2 more.
You can hit the guy on top diagonally across from there, right? With
I
your
That he
magic
can.
graph?
think I can, yeah.
Is there anything conceal limit for that?
For that, no. Pretty open space between.
It's an open space. Oh, neat.
Decently, yeah. There's a route that sort of comes from where you dug or tunneled through that sort of comes down into the floor, but otherwise it's not in the way if you want to make the strike.
Before striking at that guy, Gaz is gonna try and demoralize him.
Mm-hmm. Shining over at them, that will be a critical success. So they do not have the greatest of wills, these creatures.
Hey there, fella. How about you step up next? And he follows it up, his taunt up with another strike.
That one was stupid. You got lucky. See?
I wish to hero point that.
So you sort of try to duck away. Maybe you can redirect. Let's see. Man, it really likes throwing those natural ones for hero points today, so
I'm scared.
that
Ones.
will be a failure.
Don't let them get wet.
Hey, kill this soot scale. He hit me.
They will have Vengeful Anger because they were damaged by the yarn, and go for a strike, but they walked into grease. They're going to make a reflex save first. 18 on the dice. They are able to walk through and get the arm and strike out.
Oh,
First
boy.
will be, man, 19 on the dice is a critical strike
That's
from
a,
them.
that's exactly a crit. Oh boy.
So lunge
welcome,
forward.
guys.
and
Well, I
deal-
don't think I've used my reaction this turn.
You have not, if you want to.
Okay, attempt to enfeeble.
They will be taking the enfeebled to allow them to still strike. you take 6 damage
Six
instead of
damage.
10.
Gotcha.
I don't care about redemption. No, just get back here.
But they will miss the second strike. As you're able to dodge away now that you, well, took the first blow. We go to this guy here, and because there's a flank, they're still going to go for a flank. Strike against Kiba.
Better me than Gaz?
Will be a hit against Kiba. Kiba, you take 6 damage from this mid-flip. Goes for another. 7 on the dice, though, will be a miss. Third action, yeah, they're just going to go for another because they have flank still, which will miss because they are frightened. Otherwise, it would have hit. Sort of shudders in their hand, the short sword.
Stop distracting me.
As they can't hit, we go to Yarm.
Yeah, I've had worse from your sort. Yarm is going to point blank a dread ample right at the bottom right corner of this fella.
Mhm.
For him.
Tossing that out will be a hit. Roll the damage. 5 plus the splash, total 6 there. As it splashes into them, they are going to be frightened, as well as that purple cloud is shot up and screams in their face, essentially.
Right. And finally, Yarm is going to pull out one of the elixir of life. He's gone.
Mhm.
And then chug it down.
Alright, quickly chugging that down, getting some HP back for there. Basically covering up almost all the wounds that they did. Giraffe.
Alrighty. I'm going to strike.
Alright.
Yeah, with my mom blade against this guy.
Giraffe looks very sinister, sort of half-faced by this root there.
I can't unsee that now. I wasn't thinking about that. That's gonna be like when I get enough buffs.
There you go. So roll a strike. Yeah, that'll be a crit as your face
goodness.
belies
Die.
your power there. So yeah, 17 points of damage. Not the best crit from you, but one that leaves them alive. Still enough.
Shield bash.
And shield comes back around. Is this part of a double strike?
Let's say yes.
It's
for
still
the fact-
better. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have set that retroact.
Either way, it's
Like-
-2 to this shield bash.
Yeah, I love how that they have that on there. Oh,
Hmm.
so nice.
And yeah, will be a hit, not a crit because you're not using an agile weapon, but still you can sort of slam your shield down into them after you made that strike with the
Oh
mumble.
no, I'm cutting. It deals
Oh,
slashing damage.
Right, as you slash the sort of
Off
edge
of
of
its
the
head.
sharpened shield over through them. Yeah, it falls to the ground.
And
You
I
can
had
do that.
poison on my
Yeah.
Mombole and shield, so that gets rid of all of it.
Yeah, it would.
We should have done the bomb blade poison. It might have killed.
It might have actually, yeah. I missed it there.
Okay, before I move my token, I want to take a screenshot of this because it's hilarious.
Okay.
Now I'm going to stride up to the kobold.
Mhm.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. And parent, just 2 remaining.
He will be targeting both of them with electric arc.
Naturally. Slinging off the electricity there, they will both succeed. They are pretty agile creatures.
Alright.
But still, damage is half. Which
Will they
is
still
overall
take
damage. Yeah, it's basic save.
Oh, okay.
PF2E, they only take nothing from most spells unless... only if they critically succeed. That's the bonus of spells, essentially.
Thank you.
Had
And
it.
shield, and that's going to be history.
Shield goes up. This midfoot here, still using Kiba's dartboard, so throwing another dart. This time they can only throw 1 because of the order of reload. So they have 1 in their hand for the third action on their turn. They miss with the second action throw after interacting to draw for their first.
Starlight span Mega's gameplay.
There we go. Kiba.
All right. Work on trying to Get rid of the guy in melee range.
Only one remaining.
Yep. Bring down my hatchet on him.
Some of your hatchet over there. 3 on the dice though. They. We are at 8:30 exactly. If you really want to use a hero point here.
Well, let's see. That would actually leave me with a hero point left, so then again, at this point we're practically just mopping up. So I'm just gonna do a follow-up strike.
Sure. Well, yeah, it really likes those 3s as
3.
It is a miss. You have one more.
Let's see. -8. That doesn't look good. I'm gonna just I'm just gonna try to. Okay. So if I was to try to get over grease, would that require
Reflex save.
reflex? How can I jump over it or something? Like, how does that work?
Actually, yeah, you can. Yeah, I think you can just jump over it.
That's what I was
You can
thinking.
leap.
Either that or use a lunge. Can
Yeah,
I reach
quick jump.
this last gremlin with a lunge?
What do you mean lunge?
I have the lunge feat. That makes me make a lunge attack.
Oh yeah, you could. But Giba, you can just leap over the grease with a single leap action.
Oh no, the party lost their buff.
A leap action?
Yeah, leap action is, let's see, it's in your actions tab, somewhere there. Let's see, you might have made it invisible here.
Long jump. 2 actions.
Long jump is 2 action, there's a leap action as
Oh.
well.
And I don't appear to have a leap in my list.
Yeah, some things aren't there here. It's I put it at the bottom of that list.
Oh, thank you.
It's
That
like
helps
this.
a lot.
Basically,
Okay.
easy to jump 10 feet horizontally.
Okay, cool. And so that puts me in melee range of that guy. Cool.
Puts you there, and we will go to Gaz.
Well, guess I will have to mop up a little. Step around Jarmer, actually. Up to here, actually, where Keeble was. And he is going to continue laying into the gremlin.
Go for it. However, that will be a miss.
Damn it, I knew I should have done something else first.
Second attack.
I'll just go for a second attack.
Alrighty. Quick secondary attack there. Again, miss is the same
Oh my
method
god.
as avoiding every strike you guys are making. They're going to try to do a little bit of vengeance upon Yarm with their vengeful anger.
Shouldn't have done that.
3 on the dice. They're also going to be missing a lot.
Yeah.
8 on the dice will be a miss as well. And yeah, okay. So,
We're just standing in a tunnel, flailing at each other.
Yarm, let's see if you can do anything here.
I think I'll do that again. And he's gonna go ahead and use an action to draw another Dread Pool and then strike the same fella.
Alright.
Bottom right.
Friend would have gone away at the end of the turn. Still going to be a miss. 1 damage to him.
Hero point.
Okay. That 26 will be a hit, not a crit.
And
Yeah, this one's a little bit tougher than the other ones. 3 damage there. It is frightened again, but otherwise still pushing on. Anything else?
he's gonna use his last action to pull out another minor elixir of healing. of
All right,
life.
Giraffe.
Okay, I think I'm gonna make a lunge attack.
All right, sort of lunging your body forward without going into the space there to avoid the grease. Go for it. And that'll be another crit. Your dice rolls, at least, have been pretty good. So you lunge across, slash into them. Yeah, they are done for, this lesser gremlin.
Okay, immediately I'm gonna see if this kobold is conscious, and then I'm going to try and start freeing him with my Kopesh.
They're conscious. They're fine. You could finish off the other one and then deal with him. For the sake of brevity,
Oh
probably.
wait, oh, that one's still alive. I thought it was dead.
Yeah, they're not.
Okay,
You were not
okay,
done
I thought
yet.
the one there died. Never. Sorry.
No problem.
Okay, so I still have 2 more actions.
Mhm.
So, is lunge? Let me double check it.
Lunge does not have the flourish trait, so you can keep
Yeah, that's
using
what I
it.
was wondering. So I'm gonna use it again to attack this gremlin.
Mhm. Still can be worse in some situations than other feats, because if you wield a... Like, if you have an ability like power attack, you can't combine it with lunge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm gonna replace it with something like rebounding throw or something later. But for now, it's good.
Sure. Roll the
It can
attack.
work.
Map 5. Unfortunately does miss as you try to reach out towards them.
And I know it's unlikely, but I don't really have much else to do, so I'm gonna do it one last time.
Mm-hmm.
Only +1. Oh!
Slashing across. Now
Well,
20.
well, well.
Alright.
Wow.
Slash once and then twice back into them. They stumble back into your blow, and yeah, roll a crit.
Oh, it's beautiful! It's beautiful!
And 1, 2,
Three.
3 sort of quick
Man.
slashes across
There's
over
the
top
rolls
of
I
Gaz.
needed.
They are slashed down. Last Mishflit here. That'll be that encounter.
Rev, how does your body move like that?
Just imagine
It's
him
all in
stretching.
dislocating the joints.
That's horribly painful.
I'm kidding, of course. It's about ad. You know, I thought you'd be the more agile one, Kiba, but
I'm more graceful than I am agile, to be very
Your
honest.
synonyms.
Some things I did not inherit from my mother, sadly.
And as the grease separates, Parenth sort of removing it, you guys find yourselves with a kobold that's sort of still conscious, yeah? He was sort of watching in fear.
Hey, can you, let me down, please?
yeah. I'm gonna use my Kopesh. Since it is an axe weapon, I presume it'd be good at cutting roots.
The roots, there's rope that are sort of binding him to the roots, so he's able to be cut down there.
Going for those.
Falls down.
Yarmur is over and gives him an elixir of life.
Oh, thank you. Wait, I recognize you. Yarm.
The shaman. Yes.
Old shaman,
It's
yes. Wait, why are you here? Where you come from? I thought you would leave.
Went to make friends so that we can come back and kill the usurper. But
Oh,
we're also here to get the idol of old Sharptooth back.
oh yes. Idol is here. It's in possession of gremlins right now. We come to take back, but they hurt. They hurt us.
Yes, that's not good. We're here now. We'll do that. Are there any other suit scales here?
No. Others were, others are here,
Are here, but
dead.
yes, they're a little.
Not great. But,
Well, at least we could save you.
yeah, here, I'll drink potion. Wow, feel better. Feel a lot better. Can I fight with you?
Pat. There.
I will fight.
Do you think? Do you think you'll be okay?
I don't know, maybe. I fight if you need me.
We definitely can use all the hands that we can get.
Well, the problem is these small spaces. Looking up there, I think there's a gap.
Is he talking Draconic or Common?
Probably
He's
Draconic.
been, yeah, but for the purpose of it, if somebody speaks it, I always assume it's being, it's being translated, so you can still talk or understand.
Are you hurt? Did they hurt you, right?
Yeah,
Only a little.
they did a good number on us, honestly.
I am rather hurt myself.
I hear something down there. It's I don't know what it was, but it was scary. Be careful.
Oh, we passed 8:30, so that means another hero point.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Down where? Down over here?
Yeah, as you guys are sort of peering down, you'll see that there's sort of like elevation lines here. It starts to slope down into what seems to be now a massive crevice. You look up at the top of the crevice where it seems like the roots of the old sycamore here are centralized. This probably is where most of the roots come through. It's there's some term for it, like the core of something, a plant that goes into the ground, but either way, it's here. And it's a crevice that looks deep down there.
Yarn gives the
boy.
his last 2 poisons to both Kiba and Giraffe. One on Giraffe's Mambale and one on Kiba's new found hatchet friend.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this is like a gap, right?
Yeah.
We should probably go back up to the top part and see if that goes around.
Hmm.
I don't like that gap.
I have an idea. I have a
Okay.
rope. I could tie it to this root here, jump over, and tie it to the other root.
Why jump over it if you can just have me launch myself over it?
Because
I
your
kinda-
machine is broken.
Yeah, your machine doesn't look too hot.
It's
Well,
it's
actually,
a
no, it does
different
look
thing
hot.
that's broken. Don't worry, that should still be working.
It takes a minute to repair, I think, like outside,
Yeah,
but
that's too. It's only like also the overdrive that's like broken for some reason.
we'll
Hey,
note.
why don't we both jump across?
We'll note. You guys should probably heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere in this condition.
So I realized this during the fight. Like, oh yeah, I have battle medicine because I took that feat. Okay, let me double check the requirements. Oh, I didn't get healer's tools.
Healer's tools.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have healer's tools?
No.
I took a feat and I can't use it because I forgot the tools.
At the very least, Kiba can just spam lay on hands over the course of an hour.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm going to just get my rope ready, practice some knots, see if I can
I
set up.
Was not able to hear what the DM said.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can just spam your lay on hands for the course of the hour.
All right. Lay on hands, everybody to full.
Mm-hmm. As you do so, you're sort of in a secluded spot. There's a ravine on the other side. You're not too worried about anything coming along.
I hope using all my elixirs of life for flavor isn't going to bite me in the back later.
That's what the normal potions are for.
Either way, this gap is in front of you, this crevice, 20, 30 feet deep down into a tangle of roots.
But yeah. Am I allowed to do that? Just use a rope to tie to the root, jump across, tie the other end on, and so people can climb across?
Are you sure you can jump
Yeah.
20 feet?
You can certainly try.
Well, long jump. You stride, then make a horizontal leap. Attempt an athletics check to increase the length of your jump.
If you screw up, it's your funeral, pretty much.
I could just grapple across.
You have a grappling hook?
What?
Do you not have a grappling hook?
No.
That doesn't sound very
Well, I
inventive
have a
of
grappling
you.
hook. I was prepared.
Well, fine then. Go ahead and use it.
I have something you all don't have, so.
So
Gaz
Kiba,
just pouts.
It's an attitude. That's what you have, Gaz.
If we can even find a spot that's good for it, like I see these branches, but are any of them actually?
the one on the other side does seem good enough for it. As you step up to the edge here and sort of sling it in your hands, you're getting ready to throw. And then looking down into the crevice for a moment, you think you see something. Something glowing. Red.
Glowing.
Then two, making a pair of glowing red eyes that start to ascend out of the deepest parts of the crevice here. You see that those eyes, they were far away. They belie something much more massive. A massive whip-tailed centipede. Just engorged upon its meals and other things, digs its way up through the crevice, as well as its little friends there. I need you guys' initiative as it
I wish I
rises.
jumped over. Flanking.
Well, it might have been
What the?
Giraffe. If you jumped over, it might have been a Jaws situation, just straight up out of the water or out of the crevice. Snap into you there. But Kibo came up to the edge first, and well, that seems to have made it understand that you are here.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a torch.
You have a
What a
grappling hook
pleasant
in one hand and a
surprise.
torch in the other.
I am going to try to do the funky stuff again.
All right. There's a moment
I
where
feel
Parenth strangely sort of shudders, but then he slows down again. Like you're thinking that he's like diseased or something at this point. He just gets really slow at the
There's
start of
something
combat.
wrong with him.
Yeah.
now's not the time to be fading to another plane, parent.
You okay? You have a cold, little run?
And Gaz, you rolled a perception check. I'll make that initiative. There we go.
Everyone fall back. Make room.
As the centipede rises out, burrowing up, we're gonna go first to one of its little offspring there. It's
Aw, it's
having
a mother.
it having climb speed, just climbs along the walls of the crevice here and around the side, sort of up here. I'm gonna place it at 20 feet because that's what is required for it to be above the map, but it's really just like 5 feet. You guys can hit it on the cramped walls here. So it'll end up there, and then it'll strike down at Giraffe. Once, which will be a miss as Giraffe, you deflect the mandibles biting down at you. Second will be a miss as well, as they're not too powerful, these little babies.
Oh, it's the little baby.
Gaz, as we go to you.
Gaz very much heeds Kiba's warning as he just goes away from the ledge and, in fact, hides himself behind Giraffe.
Okay. Rushing back away there.
And
It's
then he really
the whiptail.
You got this, Kiba. I believe in you.
You hear a sling of something cracking behind you. The carapace of the creature seems to be quite quick in trying to stop you. You can see it actually right there, the whiptail. It's going to go for an attack opportunity.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
boy.
not again.
2 on the dice, though. It sort of slams into the ceiling above you. Dirt falls down as you're running away, but misses. Go ahead with the rest of your turn.
This is what I hate about small caves.
He is going to once again attempt an overdrive.
Sure.
No,
No dice there, but at least you can try again next round, or next turn.
Indeed. So I will spend my last action in trying to hit the centipede here.
Sure. Pumping a fist up at it. And
God
roll
dang
dice.
it.
Your mechanics have, been full of dirt here, and they're just not working great for you here in this cramped environment. Now, we do go to the giant whip-tailed centipede. Seeing as Kiba is right there, it's gonna go for a mandible strike, trying to chomp down. Well, straight to a natural 20.
Oh, no.
Let's see what this does. That'll be a total of 24 damage to you, Kiba. As it came up so quickly, you weren't able to prepare your defenses, you don't have your weapon in hand. I think you pressed heal or something. Yeah, there we go.
I did.
Not a healing blow. But, well, it's not done yet. I need a fortitude save as his mandible's poison strikes into you. So you remember that Yarm has used giant centipede poison before to quite great effect. That is 3 on the dice, Kiva.
I have hero points.
$14 plus your modifiers is a success. You are able to shrug off the venom, which may have otherwise put you down. It is
Maybe
then,
Yarn was giving you small doses to give you immunity.
It is then going
Nice.
to follow through with a whiptail strike to Gaz with 1 to Yarm, as the second closest target has a long reach as well.
Oh my god.
Will hit for 7 damage to Yarm, but as its third action, the whiptails sort of like close in around you and pull you to the ground. They use their knockdown ability as
Oh,
third
boy.
action. You
Yeah.
end up prone. That'll be its turn. Yarm, as you are thrown to the ground by its whiptails, what do you do?
I betcha I'm still in its reach for attack of opportunity. Right. I can't step while I'm prone, right?
Cannot. That's the trouble
Right.
of being prone in the reach of a attack opportunity creature.
I did not know why I moved there.
It's it might be a numpad.
Maybe.
Either way, Yarm, delaying
Uh,
to have your allies help you in some way is always an option too.
mm,
To maybe trigger the reaction, sort
Trigger
of
the
somebody
reaction.
baits it.
yeah, but I think Yarm isn't the worst target for an attack of opportunity. Either way, though, Yarm is going to just focus first on squinting at the large creature. He should recognize the source of his poison, but regardless, he tries to recall knowledge about it.
Alright, this is a nature check.
Alright.
That has to be blind because of recall knowledge.
Wait, was it? Right,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
Because there's a chance if you roll a natural 1 or just get
Yeah,
critical
yeah,
failure. Yeah, you get a false information.
Yeah, my brain entered combat mode and
No
it's
problem.
like,
With that, though, you are able to identify this as a giant whiptail centipede. What do you want to know about it? One thing.
lowest save.
Lowest save on this thing is its will. It is not a greatly willful creature.
Gotcha. Yeah. This thing is not very well conscious. Target its will if you can.
So what? You want us to insult its mother or something?
Yes, that would probably be effective, all things considered. Yarm
Jokes.
Yarm tries to stand up.
Okay, goes for attack
Okay.
opportunity. Will hit it. As it whips its
Alright.
tails down at you again, you take 12 more damage.
Oh god.
That's pretty low.
How many reactions does it have?
Well, it just took its turn.
One.
That's why its reaction comes back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yarm is going to go ahead and step. Wait, is this a available square?
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah. Step right there. And that's it for his turn.
Alright, giving your allies some useful information about its weakness, they go to Giraffe.
Alrighty. So, I want to use one of my retaliation potions. Would that be 2 actions? One to take
One
it
to
out,
draw,
another.
one to administer, yep.
I'm going to use my cold retaliation.
Alright, which weapon do you drop? Shield or the Mambale?
Oh shoot, I do need to drop it. Dropping the shield for this.
Okay. Shield goes to the ground, free action. You imbibe the potion of cold retaliation. There's this slight icy sheen that is now surrounding you.
And for my last action, I want to go up to the centipede since I know it used its reaction already.
There we go.
And that's all 3 actions.
Alright, So
Next
with that,
turn, I'm probably gonna draw, strike, and guard.
well,
Together.
the shield's on the ground over here.
Guard with my main
Your-
gosh, I mean.
Oh yeah, you actually can. So, Rearless Centipede here. It is going to slither up along the walls here and go for a strike against Giraffe. Will be a hit.
It's gonna take that cold damage.
3 damage to you, 1 damage to it from the cold, sort of icy shards that strike out towards it. I do, however, need a Fortitude save from its venom. This is the standard
Oh, I've got
Centipede
this.
venom.
I
that
was
you've-
hoping that they may have had a weakness to cold.
No weakness
was
to
a-
cold here.
Blind guess.
That's 20. You just shook this Centipede venom off. You've used it enough from Yarn. that-
You're not the first centipedes I've seen.
It's gonna go
I
for
grew
one
up
wish.
in a mine, so it makes sense that he'd seen centipedes before.
Oh yeah. Misses the second strike though, as you're able to easily deflect it there. Kiba, feeling pretty rough. What do you do?
Extremely rough. Well,
And by the way, if you use your lay on hands to heal people up, I always assume you also refocus to have one for combat.
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go with my original plan and fall back, I think.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
That was the strategy I called out. Fall back, everybody. Gonna have to. I think I'm just gonna have to drop rope and use potion.
So you strode, yeah, just 2 more actions to... Well, Kiba, I will say that this space here is not a space you could stand in. It's a little bit too far, like, behind the roots and into the other
Let's
stuff.
see.
Can go behind, like, Parent or somewhere here.
At this point, that'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, use a potion.
Parent looks very confused.
Kiba looks like he's literally dying.
Are you running?
Pop on one of those better healing potions.
Withdrawing.
He's advancing in the opposite direction.
That'll be 15 to Kiba.
So that's a move. That was a release and use. Or did I have to? So like,
So
I
you
feel like
strode and you
keep one of
dropped.
these handy.
So you strode, which is 1 action. Dropping the rope is free, so you had 2 more. So you would have drawed and drink. So you're all 3.
Okay.
With that being said, you got a Parent.
Parent is going to take Jarm's words to heart. He's going to cast Befuddle on this thing.
Okay. Best thing to target on it. Rolls a 5 on the dice. It does fail.
Unfortunate.
It is clumsy 2 and stupefied 2 as it sort of rides there for a moment, stupefied by your befuddling magic.
Alright, as the third action, Parent is going to stride.
By the way, I think did I hear disappointment? Did you think I said like fail as in your spell fail?
No, I was really hoping for a critical fail.
Okay. I mean, regular fail there is still going to be really good. But, either way, as you run back there, leaving Kiba to be still sort of in the front, we go to the Centipede, which will still, like, climb along the wall here and go to bite a Gaz. And that one. Sort of stumbles as it tries to strike into you. 4 on the dice will also very much fail. As that was really not doing much but sit there and try to strike you. Gaz, your turn.
He will once again try to get his gear into gear by overdriving.
Mm-hmm. That would be a success, as you finally get things to work, you brush out the dirt, the great gears start to grind. Ready to go.
Alrighty, let's see what we got here. He is going to make a lot of noise with his machine by like spinning the little bucket wheels he's got at the end of his arms and try to intimidate the thing in front of him.
Alright. I'm assuming with that you have the feat that allows you to do so.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. So without language, this would be then a regular fail for it, not a critical fail. Because, or a critical success, I should say, on your intimidation. Because of the language barrier, it's always a -4, unless
Yes.
you have a feat. Anyway.
And lastly, he's going to squash this bug.
Sure. Slamming a pistoned punch out, that'll be a hit. And as it slams into its side, it breaks the carapace down, and the fleshy underside is no match for your, well, gloves. Falls to the ground dead.
Blessing is the small ones seem to be not all that tough, so maybe if you can take out the small ones, we can focus all our efforts on the big one.
Good strategy.
Now,
If you can lure him back, then we can all get shots on him.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it.
as we get to its turn, unfortunately for Giraffe's in the way. It's gonna go for a bite against him. Oh shit, come
Oh,
on.
come on!
Hmm.
Banking on being able to take a hit.
Hey,
You're
well,
out of hero points, right?
No, I have one more.
Okay.
Oh, thank-
this is
Am
the...
I able to make
goodness.
enemies re-roll?
No.
This is
Okay.
So,
This is you saving the hero points so you don't die.
26 damage to you, Giraffe. You're still
thanks.
holding. And it takes 1 damage from the cold aura. And I need a fortitude save for its poison. Mandibles are
I'll be
dripping with
fine.
it.
famous
Um,
last words.
16.
Is that a success or a fail?
Can't tell you until you decide to use it.
a hero point.
Should I, guys?
If you go down, you can always stabilize yourself for free with it.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that.
That's a failure.
Oh, come
Yeah, for hero points, you
on!
are...
No!
You do have to choose to use them before you know the results. In general. 7 damage more, Giraffe, that puts you down to 0. As the poison courses
The
through
perfect amount. Are you serious?
you. Okay, so... Let me see here. I need to pull up its poison. So I can remember it's on you. There we go. Now, it is going to undulate its way right over here. Has an ability
no.
to allow it to squeeze through spaces with its undulation. And as it gets here, it's going to then whip its tail at Gaz. Third action. Oh, man, these rolls are too well. So, only 7 damage there. We'll pour on the damage, but yeah, this thing is pushing through. Yarm.
So one thing.
Oh boy.
This
Micmac
kobold
is.
is here? Yes, or did he leave?
Yeah, he's already scampered out. You just look back one moment and you see him just climbing up the tunnel there. No, don't want to get eaten. Yarm.
that's fair.
Well, Yarm is gonna go ahead and he probably doesn't share language with the centipede, but he's gonna try to demoralize it regardless.
Okay. It is stupefied, so it does have lower will and reflex saves because of that spell parent did.
See, demoralize. Don't
And
demoralize on
AC
my
as well.
thing.
You can just roll an intimidation check. I can just compare it
Gotcha.
if you can't find.
Public or
Always public. The only thing that's
Gotcha.
private in combat is recall knowledge.
I think, yeah. Gotcha.
And
Well, then.
sneak. Yeah, you're paling in front of it yourself. You're not really able to really frighten it.
Oh boy. If I move, I die.
Oh yeah. Why didn't it do it automatically? Okay. Yeah, giraffe moves to before the creature that downed it, so that well, you know, they'll just die instantly. Anyway, Yarm, what do you do here?
Hmm. I'm not. I have a lot of options. I'm a little too dependent on using interact actions to move my stuff around. Hmm. Oh, I've got an idea. Yarm is going to try to bait the attack of opportunity by using Camper.
Okay, and that's how you use it there. It's gonna make an attack opportunity. Trying to scamper away from there, remembering your heritage, but it's still going to hit.
Dying.
Maybe it's susceptible to Glimpse of Redemption?
Oh yeah, everything is, even oozes, even
No, I mean,
mindless
like, really
creatures.
susceptible? Maybe it'll be like, wait, I should rethink of this.
Unfortunately, it won't. It'll be enfeebled by it, which does
I
reduce
tried.
a lot here. But Yarm, because of the enfeebled, reducing the damage by 2, and then the you'd still take 3 damage, and you were 3 damage. So yeah, unfortunately, you're still
Well, I'm
down.
not dying. Yeah.
Dying 1, as that ends your turn immediately. We go to the creature that downed you. So we go here. The centipede. They're gonna crawl over. Trying to go around the walls here. It takes 2 actions to do that. Maybe no, actually it doesn't. It has 30 speed. Goes here. And goes for a strike against Keepa. Fucking goddamn.
Another one?
Corvus, please.
4 damage there.
Go break a mirror or something, please.
Jesus.
Walk under some ladders. Kick a black cat. Okay, no, not that.
No, I need a fortitude save. God
You
damn
need
it.
to worsen your luck.
Yeah, I've been rolling too well here. Like, really. You're fine for the poison. This one has a lesser poison, but you did take that 4 damage. We go to your turn, Keepa. What do you do?
Lay on hands, Yarm.
Alright. Because it already used its reaction, it's not going to be able to. So, lay on hands to Yarm to, well, bring him back
Wait
up.
a minute, what does it say? Oh, I didn't manually put it on after the healing session, right?
Yep. That's how I mentioned it. 6 healing to Yarm, and Yarm, you also have this spell effect, lay on hands, so I'll just add that over. Plus 2 to your AC.
Nice.
Yeah, Keepa.
Okay. And I grab my hatchet and since it's the one that was most recently venomed, and I try to hack away. Honestly, I'm gonna go after the big guy.
Mhm.
I'm gonna hope that maybe Parent can take out the little guy.
Sure. Go for your attack. That is a hit. And the venom as well, so roll the damage.
I'm actually gonna call out, "Oh, Parent, take out the little guy."
It'll be 7 damage to it. Cracking into its carapace. Did that? Yarm, did that delete one of the black outer venoms from your inventory? I accidentally pressed use, so I think it might have.
Let's see.
It does succeed on
I
the save.
already ran out anyways, actually. I'm applying
Okay.
them.
Either
So
way,
it's not like...
the venom is not taking effect on it. Fortitude probably is one of its better saves.
That
Oh
sucks.
boy.
That was 3 actions.
Alright. Parent, to you.
This is not a very good situation we're in.
Nope.
No.
I was
I
really
know.
expecting I'd be able to survive at least 1 hit.
I rolled this fucking
was a-
natural
Yep.
20s.
Really bad assumption, apparently.
Where are those going?
All 3 at the small one.
Okay, roll damage. 2, 3, and 3. Good thing you rolled all 3, because that is exactly what you needed. Well, close to it.
Oh, that could have been really bad.
As
Yeah.
the centipede is destroyed by the magic missiles, it's only the giant centipede you guys are now dealing with.
Oh, thank goodness. I mean, that's not a huge comfort, but we'll
Yes.
see what we can get.
Something
Numbers
else.
going down is good.
Something else I will note. It is a huge creature, so that means you can walk through its space.
Don't have a healing potion on me, which is like really, really unlucky right now.
You can always get flanks.
I'll be honest, I don't think I want to isolate myself here.
You're not really isolating yourself. You're gonna get smacked either way if you stay here.
Exactly. I will start off by trying to demoralize it.
You haven't tried it this round against it, right?
Come again?
You haven't tried this before against the big one, right?
No, only against
Okay,
the
good.
small one below. It still has like threatened.
Oh yeah, let me just move him away. Alright. Unfortunately, a failure.
Shoot, I was about to say I want to hero point that.
Actually, I want to tell you about something. It's already reduced due to a status on it in its AC. Frightened
Oh, I see. My
would,
bad.
and because it's already enfeebled, like it has every single bad buff on it to a degree of +2. Frighten will do nothing, I think, at this point, other
I
than
see.
like skill checks or something like that.
I will.
So I'll let you
Frighten?
mulligan. I'll let you mulligan the fear.
Oh, alrighty, fair enough. In that case, I will try to have an insane idea, but I don't know if that's really all that smart.
I think flank it.
Yeah, I will in fact flank it with. Let's see. Yeah, I'll with explosive leap actually, because that doesn't proc attack of opportunities, does it?
It's still a move
Interesting.
action, but it's already been procced recently because of yarn.
Nope. Fair enough.
So you jump
Right, I
over
forgot
there.
about the jump into it.
Do roll your unstable as well.
Come again?
Unstable check
Yep.
for the explosive. As you blast your arms down below you, that is unfortunately a critical failure. You do take 2 damage from it. It burns you on the way over. Yeah, your stuff is not really been
I'm
nice to
just
you,
rolling all of the crit failures this time around, huh?
but you get over here.
With that,
Well, yeah.
Gaz is going to just punch into it with his little gauntlets.
All
Not
right.
a little gauntlet.
It's pretty weak here. It's clumsy too. It's gonna be flanked. That's 1.
I would like to hero point that.
Okay. Come on, dice. Let's turn this around. There we go. 19 is a hit. Roll the damage.
That's something at least.
Just sort of like riding over it, you sort of slam a fist down over its head as it's undulating up, trying to bite at you. It's starting to look injured. Maybe halfway here.
And
Third?
that should be all of my actions.
Oh, did you... What did you do as your other one? You struck and you exploded.
True. It was only 2 actions.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try a second strike in that case.
Sure. Just in a good spot. The flank and all that. Though 6 on the dice will miss. As you try to follow up. Sort of lashes back at you, throwing your weapon to the side. Giraffe, we go to you. Because, I do need your death saving throw, but I also need a fortitude save for this poison that's coursing through you.
So fortitude save and a recovery check.
Yes, I am having flashbacks to
Oh
the
my
other
God.
time I used centipedes on you guys.
I'm gonna start with the fortitude save.
It was like, what was that, 2 years ago with centipedes?
It was also Neldu when
Yeah.
that happened.
Yeah, Neldu poisoned and dying.
I'm
Yes.
going to use the hero point on that fortitude save. Oh wait, no.
I-
Or should I save that for the dying?
So dying, you can always dump a hero point or all your hero points to automatically stabilize after you roll your death save. But you You gotta get rid of that get rid of that poison before that's useful, because it's gonna keep ticking and keep doing damage to you.
Alright, I'm gonna have to re-roll that then.
Okay. That
I like
will
that.
get rid of the poison.
Okay, there we go.
As in your unconscious state, your body helps you and removes that from you.
And now for the recovery check.
Mm-hmm. Because at this point, you
Crit,
don't have any.
please crit.
That is a failure. Dying value goes up by 1 to
Ugh.
dying 2. You die at dying 4.
Oh boy.
Yarm, you awaken.
So like, yeah. So what does squeezing do again exactly? Can it like get past Kiba in this state?
So you can always just stride past Kiba. Kiba's an ally.
No, I mean like the centipede.
Centipede, if you want to get past it, like, so.
No, I mean like, can the giant centipede get past Kiba? Is what I'm asking.
Oh, yes, because it's a huge creature. You guys are dwarfed by it enough that it can pass through
Oh,
you,
boy.
and you can pass through it.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's no good. Yarm is going to use an action to stand up from prone. Use an action. Use an action to scamper again, so that I
Alright.
can get that extra movement.
Mm-hmm. It already used its
Well,
attack opportunity on you
yeah.
before, so because of how the
Very good.
turnarounders work, you're fine. You can run to
Yeah.
the back.
Well, he already has his crossbow in his hand, so might as well shoot it now.
Sure.
Like,
That is a hit.
Oh.
Blink off the crossbow towards it for a total of 5 damage. Right under its underbelly there. Just every little bit
Something.
matters. And we go
that's
to
it
its
for
turn.
Yarm's. Fortunately, didn't
First.
have enough to chug a potion.
Yeah. First, it's gonna bite with its mandibles down at Kiba. That is going to be a hit, but luckily not a natural 20 for once with these mandibles. So your damage will be 10 there, Kiba.
I can handle 10.
That you can, but I need a fortitude save for the poison.
On one hand, I'm thankful that Pathfinder has good rules for poison damage that makes it effective. On the other hand, Pathfinder has very good rules for poison that makes it
I'll
effective.
keep it.
19 is exactly what you need to surpass the fortitude save on the poison. You are fine. As it bites into you, you're able to push off the poison, but we go to Gaz. It's going to sling its whiptail back into Gaz here. And will miss with the agile attack of it.
Gas just hops over the tail as it comes whipping around.
Yep, so it breaks the dirt near you, pulls the roots down, but you're able to dodge it, sort of teetering on the ledge of the ravine there. It notices that. It's going to try to push you with an athletics check at -10. Well, -10
Oh,
of that.
goody.
-10 of this is 16. What is your fortitude DC?
My fortitude DC. That is a good
DC
question.
16.
because-
It does
Really?
push you.
yes. Can't I reaction grab a ledge or something?
That you can.
Then I would like to try that.
So, reflex save to grab an edge.
Let's see. I cannot put the thingy into the.
Yeah, just roll the reflex.
Reflex save.
Sort of skid down as it uses the rest of that momentum there to try to push you. 13 is enough. The DC was 12 on this cliff.
Oh thank God.
You are prone because you're sort of hanging from the edge. But otherwise, still hanging on, not falling down. That'll be the end of its turn. We go to Kiba.
Okay.
Don't worry about me. I'm still hanging on. Barely, but I'm still there.
Hang in there.
Very funny.
Had to be done. Due to the, you know, special talents of this thing. My options are somewhat limited, and I'm going to just see how much damage I can do.
Yeah, it's gonna go down. Damage has to be, well, done. That'll be a
Strike
hit.
one with the hatchet.
Very close to a crit, but not so, unfortunately. But 8 damage is 8 damage. It's looking very rough at this point.
Follow-up strike time.
Another quick hatchet strike. This one will miss.
Or will it?
Or will it? Let's see. Yeah, and that's the other thing about hero points. If I declare really quickly, that's your chance to just use it on a roll you know is failing.
It was obvious that wasn't going to hit. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
22.
there was no ambiguity.
22 hits. Roll your damage. As you press your body to its limit, you push yourself on to get a little bit more damage in. That might be all it takes. Well, not yet, but it may add up to that. Third?
Cool. I'm gonna push myself to my absolute limit.
One more attempt.
Crit fishing time.
It's not the worst with a agile weapon. -8 instead of -10. There is a world where...
Didn't crit.
Well, that is a miss. There, for your information there, a 16 or higher would have hit, actually, even on a -8.
Yeah, so it would have been feasible, just, you know, quarter chance really.
Yeah, 16 higher on the dice, I should say. Either way, Parenth. Looking through your spells, trying to figure out a way to do this. What do you do?
I'm gonna use my drain bonded magic item to cast magic missile again.
Alright. Roll those 3.
Oh, I did not. Okay.
Oops, well, yeah, you didn't. You hit yourself.
Dice.
You shoot yourself in the foot, and
As you draw up the wells of your magic just to get something done here, to kill this thing, to finish it off, 5 hits. The magic missile second sort of slams into one of its eyeballs and sort of bursts it open, and the other right under the undercarriage, and destroys the centipede. That is the end of that encounter.
Parenth, Yarm, get Giraffe now. I'm gonna help Gaz.
Karen is going to quickly follow behind Germ.
Yarm hurries over with a minor healing potion in hand and feeds it to the comatose hyena.
Easy enough. Giraffe has enough time, and you have enough speed to get to him to heal him up just fine.
I was really
I'll be
wondering what was
helping
going to
Gaz.
happen if Giraffe died there.
So, you guys want to know the XP value for that?
Uh-huh.
80. It's a moderate encounter.
What?
I rolled a bunch of crits on its big mandibles, and it had attacks of opportunity. Yeah, that was going to be a tough fight.
Moderate. A very moderate battle.
That was only a level 3 guy. And I had the little
So
small
what, I'm
guys
at
because
wounded
you're
2 now?
Party. No, you're wounded 1. You all only ever go up 1 wound value. It doesn't match your dying value.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you went down again, then it would be wounded 2. Then if you went down again, it's based on when you go down and when you come back up. That's the counter. Basically means you can't ping pong someone up and down with healing.
Makes sense.
But yeah, that is that centipede finally destroyed. Its mandibles dripping with that venom that really did a number to Giraffe there.
Gas elbows Giraffe on the side. So, wanna try jumping again?
I mean, it seems to have worked out pretty well for you. You were hanging over the ledge, weren't you?
How did you see that? Weren't you unconscious?
Hardly.
We need to retreat. We need to get out of here. Come back later.
For now, yes.
Giraffe's gonna limp out of there.
I hate to admit it, but you might be right.
Perhaps we should make camp outside and just take it easy for the rest of the day.
It'll be hard to
Very
take it easy right next to a gremlin hole.
stronghold, I would call it even.
I'm gonna go over to the centipede and just swing my blade at one of its pincers in frustration.
Sort of
Can I
knocks
milk
off.
it for venom?
Yes, you can. I don't care.
Roll me a nature check.
Alright.
Honestly, you might have a better.
Sorry?
Not a
Crafting?
crafting check?
Yeah, you can
I
do
mean, it's
crafting
like-
because it's your
okay.
alchemical, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Honestly,
gotcha.
Yarm, I think you might have an easier time getting the venom out of us than out of it.
Unfortunately, Yarn, the DC for taking these venoms is equal to their fortitude DCs for them. DC was 19, that is 18. You sort of
I'll
end up
never
wasting
figure out
it.
I'll never figure out how the scouts manage it.
You can always see your point. We're at the end of the session, and
Oh yeah.
probably not gonna
Alright.
go into another fight.
I'll grab a hero point.
Yeah, unfortunately no.
Wonderful.
You try as you might, but the dice. But, with that being said, you guys quickly make your exit from this place here and head back up top. I assume, well, where do you make your rest here?
Maybe let's scout around the tree and see if there's any other reasonably secluded spots around the tree that we can maybe set up. What do you think about that?
Bad idea. And
Yeah, I don't think
you
that's
put an
such a,
alarm.
I don't think that's such a good idea. These guys are probably gonna know the tree like the back of their hand. If anything, we should probably step as far away from the tree as we can.
What's the terrain like in general around
Lots of
this
hills.
next? Lots of hills. So, okay, if that's the case, we could find a spot behind a hill then.
How about it? Parents, can you put an alarm on top of the entrance here?
Parent
Yeah,
shakes his head. I used up all my juice in there. I'm sorry.
Oh no, a rest would be good for us.
Where's that other kobold friend?
You, just as you're saying it, you see sort of scrabbling up to you.
Ah, there you are. I thought you had died. Thank you didn't. Did you kill it? That's scary.
As we did, and it nearly killed us in the process.
Oh, well, I don't know if our tribe could deal with that thing, but you did it. Good. That means gremlins are still down there.
Tell him we're gonna
I'll
try that tomorrow.
We'll have to go back
Sorry.
down. We'll have to go back down again tomorrow.
Without Sharptooth's down there. Okay, I'll keep watch. Gremlins are mean. They might think that I escaped and killed all of them, and killed their big centipede too, because they don't know you're here.
Wouldn't that make them scared of you?
Yes. Right? Would it? I don't know.
Maybe try staying a little taller.
Okay.
Might help.
Right now, I just want to rest.
So,
If it would make you all more comfortable, yeah, we could go and find some cover behind some hills or something.
yeah, anybody who wants to roll perception check for that.
I could also place a manual alarm in front of this entrance. Gaz just like holds up one of the spike snares that he picked up some time ago.
Well,
Yes, you should do that, actually.
Gaz is gonna take a bit of time to set a spike snare in front of the entrance because he's spiteful.
alright. Only one?
Come again?
Said only one?
Only one.
Okay. So, you guys have a look around for any good, secluded place to rest. You do find one. You're able to go and set up your camp in this little sort of like divot between two hills. There's one tree that sort of leans over a little brook of water that passes through between it. It's quaint, and it's also protected from most sight lines. it is here that you guys can take your rest and we can end our session today.
Wonderful.
Well done.
That was an engaging session, I'll say.
Oh yeah.
That's certainly something.
I'll be honest that this session gave me character ideas
Yes.
because I thought I was gonna die.
I'm happy that I finally got to contribute by not rolling terribly all the time.
Pathfinder is quite good at putting us into these near-death situations every single session.
That's it. I mean, it's a pretty fun system for that. Like, that was a moderate encounter. It got really dicey because I rolled nat 20s on 2 of its big attacks. And yeah, you guys had to deal with that. Now, if that was a severe encounter, and they rolled like that, you guys would probably have TPK'd at this level. But either way. To the stream, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week, but if our current streamers, others in the group, want to shout out, they can as well. Go ahead.
Eldunak, I haven't streamed in weeks. Woo!
And I'm Chris Kobold. I usually stream on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, although I took pretty much all of last week off due to not feeling well. So we shall see what happens. Woo!
Either way, thank you all for watching, and I will see y'all next time. See ya!
See ya, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.
See ya.